Hey everyone, I'm Riccio.
I'm Dan.
I'm Somppi.
And this is our 2012 Game of the Year podcast talkathon. Talk
Thing.
about Pick a Thing game winners of the
I like
year.
that pick a thing.
Pick a Thing? This is our 2012 Pick a
Thing.
Thing winners game of the year.
This is our pick a thing. Actually, I
love it.
really like that.
I want berries to go pick a thing. And just
So
move
you
on.
might be watching this on
iTunes?
YouTube. You might be listening to it on iTunes, or you just downloaded it from our site.
Yeah.
But this is where we are going to discuss.
Who wins what?
Yeah,
And what wins?
We have 27 categories, I believe is what I counted out, of games that we've been like putting into these categories since May, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Now here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So I just thought of something. So every time we're about to talk about spoilers for a game, we will each say like, okay, 5 minutes, let's say, and I will legitly time it to make sure that within 5 minutes we have shut our mouths.
about the spoilers.
Yeah.
All right.
So how's that sound?
That sounds good, actually.
right,
That's
so-
a good idea.
So if ever you
very
guys are
good.
worried about spoilers, we will warn you guys and make sure that there's none in there. So
That sounds very good.
the Daniel.
So am I emceeing
you're
these lists here?
Yeah, for now.
Okay, all right.
For now.
So our first category to discuss is best downloadable Xbox 360 game. The nominees so far, which are Fez,
So we had deep voice guys like Fez.
Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, Spelunky, Trials Evolution, Shoot Many Robots, Awesome Knots, Mark of the Ninja, Dust an Elysian Tale, and Rock Band Blitz.
I really
There,
like the
how'd that sound?
I really like that. Rock Band Blitz.
Yeah, I
Rock
know.
Band Blitz.
It's good.
All right, so what do you guys think about these games?
Winner is no. Man, I don't know. Looking at this,
I really like Fez. I really enjoy playing that.
well, let's go down on each one. Let's go down on each one. Let's go down and talk about sort of each one, should we?
Go down.
So Fez, what did we all?
I only played a little bit here at your place. I
Okay.
didn't actually get
I-
that game. But I
Well-
kind of followed its whole thing through podcasts and Twitter and
Yeah.
I just want to stop us right now just to kind of throw a disclaimer in front of all this. A lot of these games is a chance that we haven't finished all of them. Like there's a few later on, like some of the newer ones that we might mention, like Hitman Absolution and all that stuff later on, or some newer games that maybe we haven't finished. So this is our list of things that we think or have maybe possibly beaten, or it's not for everybody.
Enjoy.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are different levels of completion to each of these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, it's not like we're not
tried to-
100%ing everything.
Yeah.
We're not saying that we have.
We are a
we
small
have- we have-
three-man YouTube channel. We can make whatever fucking rules for Game of the Year that we want.
Well,
Yeah.
we've at least finished probably like 95% of these. Let's say. I mean, in total across all the categories. I mean, not
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
just to we're not like 5 minutes. What do you guys think of this game? So anyways, so Fez, yeah, okay. So you never actually you only played at my place, but you followed it all around, Dan, you said?
Yeah, I followed this kind of stuff that gets revealed later on in that game and like everything that happens with it and everything across like message boards and through the Giant Bombcast and through you kind of talking about it.
And Dustin, I believe one of our other buddies was talking about it often.
Yeah. So I got the I guess experience of that game without really having to play it
Okay.
Fair enough.
because I got it explained to me a lot.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, if you guys were each to look at this list and pick the game that you thought you had the most fun with this year, what would you pick?
Probably, to be honest with you, Awesome Knots.
I would pick Awesome Knots as well.
It's a tough one to me. I would literally
But the other thing is that like Mark of the Ninja was real good.
I didn't play enough Mark of the Ninja to really have an opinion on it, so
And Richard didn't play any of it.
no.
I tried again yesterday, and I very much I'm sorry to say disliked Mark the Ninja, but
I thought it was done. It was produced really well. That it was interesting. They had interesting systems for a side-scrolly, stealthy kind of game. I wish I had put more time into it so I could have a better opinion on it. Than it looks pretty and it looks real good.
I think
I guess before we keep going, we should also explain how we are breaking down these lists into winners
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
stuff. So we are going to pick one winner of the category and two runners-up.
yeah.
So rather than arguing over what's
Yeah.
second and what's third,
And it's
just gonna be
possible
two
we might give
runners-up.
like a honorable mention or something retarded. Like if there's one that's like, but you guys. So we'll see. But yeah, no, for Mark of the Ninja, I really disliked how it had the same sort of stuff that Hitman had, where if you fucked up, it did that like, hey, negative points, except for it wasn't as bad as Hitman, but
Yeah, you don't like the negative point system.
it just bugs me that it gives you like a kind of option to do it how you want, and then it'll.
When I was playing that game, I'd never even paid attention to that stuff.
Yeah, I think I didn't pay attention to that the first time through, and when I went to kind of recheck it out yesterday, it hit me, and I was like, whoa, this game does that too. But I don't know, it worked well, but I don't know, maybe it was just more frustrating to me. It almost felt like the old Splinter Cell style where there's like the one way to do things. Like you were saying yesterday, I believe, like it's a puzzle kind of stealthier type of game. We have to figure out kind of what.
Yeah,
path to
at
go
least
through
until
things.
you get some of the later suits
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think that's where I was
that
stuck
change
and
it
it
up.
started bothering me, and I don't know.
That it got to be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Puzzling
Yeah,
and the stealth, like it didn't.
at the start, I don't know. I just wanted to get into it and do some crazy shit, and it just kept holding me back for a lot of stuff, I guess.
No, that's too bad.
But then again, I think we realized yesterday I was at like 4 or 5 levels in,
Mm.
so my opinion probably doesn't matter for that. But I didn't want to continue at all, which sucks.
Fair enough. Which is an opinion in itself. So
One that I would if you're asking for which one would be the most awesome in this list, it'd be a tough toss up between like Awesome Nuts. I know we had a lot of fun as a group playing that.
Yeah.
But Dust and Elysian Tale, when I was picking it up yesterday and playing through it, that game is a shit ton of fun. It's the combo system, and the story's pretty crazy. And it's kind of still insane to think that one dude worked on that entire game except for the music and the voice acting. But
how
It's
long was that
insane.
in development for?
I have no idea.
Years.
But yeah, a while. I know.
I want to say like 4.
Yeah, because I remember back in like 2010 or something where they put out a trailer, and I think it was on. I either saw it on the indie marketplace. No, I don't think it was shown it there. I saw it somewhere. Maybe it was just YouTube. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. But yeah, no, I forgot how awesome that game was. I'm really sad that, like you said, like there's a lot of games that we didn't spend a lot of time towards. And after playing Dust yesterday, I was like, shit, I should have finished this one like a long time ago.
Well, like the way, what that means to me is, for the purposes of our Game of the Year stuff, is the games that we didn't spend a lot of time with maybe shouldn't win because they aren't like, as a group, the games we played the most and enjoyed the most on this list. It seems weird to like give Xbox 360 Game of the Year to Dust just because
No, I know.
it looks interesting and plays okay, and the one dude did it, you know? Like, at this rate, the only game that we all really played a ton of on this list and all can say we really enjoyed it is Awesome Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Though it should be mentioned, like the other ones we didn't talk about yet, at least so far. I don't know. Minecraft, like the Minecraft, the carryover to it is actually pretty crazy. A good job they've done with it.
Yeah, and
like, the
I
patches
did
have
try that for a while because you can kind of like just like
split
hang
screen.
around in that world
Yep.
During the trial for it and just like kind of do whatever
Yeah.
for a little while.
And,
But
they've also done a really good job at trying to slowly patch it up to the PC version. I know
I think the next update coming up is the Adventure one.
Yeah, the 1.0, like it's like the original PC release, I guess you can say, like the yo, it's out now type of patch.
Yeah.
So, but it's already got like Enderman already in it. It's got like the a lot of fixes. It's kind of crazy that it actually, I don't know, it did good. Has like a really stupid amount of skins that you can buy for money, but yeah. Did you guys play Spelunky at all?
Not much.
Probably about the same amount you did.
Yeah, which was not that far into it.
Well,
it was cool,
it's
but it was
hard.
fun. Yeah.
though.
I tried getting back into it like this week, and I was like, no, I can't do this.
That game's fucking punishing.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys know. I just want to try and spend like a bit of time at least on each one of them to kind of at least talk about some of the cool games at least this year. What about Trials Evolution? Do you guys play that?
I finished that game except for the like hell challenges. That
Yeah.
are, like right at the end. Yeah.
I remember
Where there's like
racing
10 of
your
those or
Ghost.
something.
Yeah, I raced your Ghost really often on some things, and it pissed me off every time trying to catch up to it. I was like, no, I gotta do better than Dan, and then it would just fuck me over later on in the races. It
Oh, nice.
was ridiculous.
That game was also host to some frustrating moments.
Yeah.
Just like doing so well, especially did you ever play, what was it called? The Giga Track or something like that?
Giga Track. I don't think
I
so.
want to say that sounds really familiar.
Or the Mega Track. It was something like that. But
Okay.
it's like this, like the number one time on the leaderboards is something like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
just because it's not like difficult stuff, but it's just long.
Wow. That's messed up. Did you ever see most of the downloadable stuff that came out for that? Like somebody legitimately.
I think there was 2 DLCs.
Oh, well, I don't mean DLCs. Like I mean, sorry, the creatable map things. But yeah, there was.
Oh yeah,
DLCs
I
as
saw
well.
a bunch of that stuff. Yeah.
It's crazy that people were able to recreate the Slenderman games in there. They made like some first-person kind of shootery stuff. There's been like all sorts of. It's almost like they somehow made Trials Evolution in the same way that Little Big Planet existed,
Oh, really?
which is fucked. Yeah, like they made different game types and all this stuff in it, which is I don't know how the hell they do it, but yeah,
Absolutely hilarious.
Level creators will find a way.
yeah, that's true. That's true. They'll be like, "Yo, I can move this box. Looks like a gun. All right, we got a shooter."
Oh my god.
Next,
Shoot
Many Robots. That was all right.
I think I only played this on the
That,
PC.
that was pretty fun,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like groundbreaking or
Yeah,
anything.
I don't know.
The-
It was decent.
The first night that I played it, I actually spent 4-player co-oping it with about, with 4 people. Sorry, for about it must have been like 4 or 5 hours straight, and we almost got to the hard mode where it's not the same levels over.
Well,
it's
yeah,
just
it's just
legitimately harder levels.
Yeah.
And we almost got to there, and it's like shit. All right, we should do this tomorrow, and just never picked it up again. But it was like a super awesome 5 hours, but it just, like you said, it just didn't stick or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't have a hook. It didn't have a hook that kept bringing me back to it. I played a couple of. I think I played about maybe 6 hours worth,
Jeez.
and that was about it. But those were big, like 3 chunks, like 3 2-hour chunks that I was just like watching TV while playing it. Wasn't really focused on it.
If I remember correctly, though, the humor in that game was pretty awesome. But I forget like what kind of
All
stuff
the
there's in
item
there.
descriptions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some like Gordon Freeman stuff, I think, and
One of the main types of rocket launchers was a gnome launcher that
Oh,
shot
yeah.
garden gnomes that homed
Yeah.
in on people.
yeah, I remember that being pretty. Yeah, it was pretty much like a side-scrolling Borderlands almost,
Mm-hmm.
both against robots. That's pretty sweet.
Next is Awesome Knots,
Yeah,
which the way they've been supporting that game with free DLC and just
Chameleon.
it's so cheap for $10. You just get all this free DLC and people keep
Yeah,
coming
it's
back to it, and
It's all been free on the 360 as well, right?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked. That's cool.
And it's not even like you have to like download compatibility packs or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
just it's all in the updates that they do when you boot up the game.
That's insane. That's awesome. Yeah, Awesome Knots was always a lot of fun. I mean,
And even now, like yesterday when we started doing our like game catch up, I jumped into that game and just played for like an hour or whatever, just
yeah.
pick up games. Like
And it's still announced that there's 2 more characters coming, so it's like
Yeah.
that's not even a dead game yet. When did that even come out? Like I don't even.
that was
I want to say
Ooh.
way earlier this year.
Yeah,
like
it was
earlier.
fairly early this year. Like I was back in Carlton Place early. I want to say March.
Yeah, I was
yeah, March
before
sounds
summer.
Or that's what I think.
But man, yeah, it's crazy that you can still go back to that now and still get some enjoyment out of it. Especially if you, with all the, well, I know this is the best 360 game, but it's been on Steam a lot and had sales, so there's always new people coming in to play with like different friends every time. It's
yeah.
still really awesome.
But it's still alive and kicking on the
Oh, yeah.
Xbox. I've booted it up down there a couple times and
I was
yeah,
gonna
it's
say,
still
I
going.
haven't played it on the 360.
Do they have
for a while.
controller support on the PC?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I mean, arguably the PC version is the better one,
Mm-hmm.
but we all started playing that on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And that's what got us into that game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talked. Oh, okay, we already
we talked about Mark the Ninja, we talked about Dust.
So Rock Band Blitz.
That game's all right.
I thought, yeah,
It's interesting and gives you a new way to use your downloadable content.
that what you just said was like oh man, I want to just try this song and see what that's like, and I want to. It kind of, for the first week that it was out, I switch games often, so saying something lasts for a week is kind of a lot for me. But
After I tried it here, I went home and bought it, played it for a week,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then haven't touched it.
yeah, so it's cool. It was cool. I like how it could go to Facebook and then grab everybody's score, even if they weren't on the same console as you. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I know I skipped that
it was
one.
decent.
I didn't bother. Even though I have
cool.
bit like retarded amount of like Rock Band DLC that I purchased.
If it wasn't for Rock Band Blitz, they wouldn't have had like a 50% off every song for like a month almost.
Yeah, about that.
So thanks Rock Band Blitz. You win for that. No, I'm kidding. Maybe save money by spending more, you jackass.
So what do you guys think on this list? I'm thinking Awesome Knots takes it.
Yeah, for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And then what do we got to pick here for runners up?
Oh. Fez for sure because
Yeah,
of the
Fez.
huge fucking mind blowing
Yeah,
experience
and
that it
I
was. to
Did
slowly-
experience that despite not
yeah.
playing the game. So
Like for anybody out there, like, we didn't talk that much about Fez actually, but Fez was like some platforming crazy ass game that
Was developed by
you
3 people.
yeah, I think so.
thought it was
at least
2.
It's a small group. Well,
it was
like, this
one
is a weird
dude who was
development.
working on it with another guy.
Yeah,
And then that guy left,
And then, there were
and
a whole
then
bunch
someone else came
yeah.
to help him or something, and it was
But-
in development for years.
But the point is that that game is a platforming game that first you approach it like a platforming game, and then it
Just seems like it's
blows
just
your mind.
jump and rotate world.
yeah, and it's just so much more than that. And
It just
I wonder-
it looks really good too. Like I like the art style of it. It's
but I wonder how it would be to pick up that game now and then without having the huge commotion of everything, like everybody trying to figure out what the hidden stuff is, and to just go and
Yeah.
just find out what the stuff is now. Like okay, I'll go do that. I wonder how it would be to play that game. I'm pretty sure it's still an awesome game to play, so I wouldn't be surprised that it wouldn't. It's not like it's shitty or anything.
yeah,
but
but there were a crazy amount of like hidden things in it. A lot of like QR codes and
yeah, there's all sorts of weird ways
other,
to unlock things.
like they had a whole on like language in it as well
Oh, I forgot
that
about
people
that.
were like decoding.
It wasn't
upfront.
language; it was just the alphabet. Was,
Yeah,
like,
sorry, the
drawn
alphabet.
differently, Yeah.
Yeah, that they were decoding and like just crazy stuff like that. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, I'd say Fez takes one of the runners up. And as for the other one,
I feel like it should either be Trials Evolution or Mark of the Ninja.
really,
What were you gonna say?
either Dust or Minecraft. But I don't know.
I feel like it should be Trials Evolution, actually.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Trials Evolution, but no, yeah, it was I guess I don't know.
We did go back to that game later after it came out and just like,
And it was still pretty awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, and I guess if you think about all the creative stuff that was put into that game and all the stuff like how there's always new content coming out, sort of Little Big Planet style.
Yeah.
I guess that is pretty sweet. I wonder, you know, the DLC adds different level pieces and all that.
Yeah, it does.
Does that? I wonder if you need to buy that to play those levels, or if it's just for the creator people to be able to add them.
I don't know.
That's something you should probably
Maybe there's a
find out.
compatibility pack to play the user-created levels, but
Maybe.
then to actually play the like creator-built levels and then the people-built levels, you need the DLC. Or no,
I don't know.
to be able to build the levels and to play the stuff that the developers made, you might need the DLC.
Oh, maybe. I really wish you guys would have played Dust more, because that one is like seriously so fucking awesome.
It's pretty kick-ass.
It is.
I've watched you play it a bunch,
Yeah.
and to me, it's just like I feel like I would get into that game eventually, but I
It's
don't
something
know.
more, something. There are other more pressing games that you prefer.
But
Yeah.
it's like a fucking Castlevania game on crack. And then last night when I was playing, and like,
Like
the
that
story,
description.
the story started like unveiling itself to me, and I was like, holy fuck, what is, like, what is going on? It was not in a bad way, not like nothing makes sense, but there's some pretty crazy revelations in that game that like almost the unexpectedness of them is almost rivals other games that have happened this year. Like
Would you do
huge
that
AAA.
single tier? down the
I would
side?
almost. It was not. It's
Side of
not.
your
It's not like a
cheek.
sad thing. It was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
It was good.
This game has tricked me based on its appearance.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because it was like a lot of like kind of furry, happy animals, and it.
Got
The
super
thing that told me,
dark, or,
kind of,
like-
yeah. The thing that was kind of like shown to me last night was like, oh my god, this is a very fucking bad world.
You can dress it up to be cute and fuzzy, but
it
it's
totally
still a
is
bad
not.
world.
Yeah.
So we've got the winner of best downloadable Xbox 360 game as Awesome Knots.
Sure.
We've got a runner-up as Fez,
Yeah.
and our second runner-up, which
Runner up.
a halfer, a half-up, halfling,
Sure.
is Trials Evolution. Or halfling.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, sure.
All right, boys.
Everyone check out Dust. It's gonna be on sale soon, actually. If we're listening to this at the
really?
right time, yeah.
Mm.
During the Christmas stuff, it's gonna be like I think like 600 or 800 points.
So
Like,
you mean
going
it's
half
on
off.
sale right now?
Well, no, it's because Major Nelson put out a tweet like, "Yo, here's the sales for the next 2 weeks, and every day is gonna have a different sale,
Oh, cool.
and one of them is gonna be all the Summer of Arcade games."
They do that every year now.
Yeah,
that's
but I mean-
just like a thing.
Yeah, but I mean, pick up actually all Travel's Evolution was a Summer Arcade game. Fez
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to say Awesome Knots came out right before it, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a week before Summer of Arcade.
Oh man.
Shit. Okay. Well, awesome. Summer Arcade.
Yeah.
You guys look good this year.
For
Deadlight. Anyway.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So we've got next category.
Best downloadable PS3 game.
That announcer voice in the background is real good. I like that.
I tried to say it at the same time.
So the nominees for this category right now are Journey, Retro/Grade,
Grande.
Retro grande, please. I like a grande retro. No foam.
Hold the colors.
Skinny, please. A little bit of Java bean on top.
You've just diad that joke.
Dyad,
That joke is diad.
I'll come
sorry.
over there and
Sound
shape you.
Shapes, Tokyo Jungle, Datura, Unfinished Swan, and Papo and Yo.
I want to say that
Papa
this
and
list
Yo.
is limited to those downloadable like PSN titles, not like, hey, you could get Infamous for Infamous Link Mountain 2012, but you guys know what I mean.
Yes.
Um,
I think I know what I would really want to win this category.
I think I
three
know.
of these made me cry.
Actually, before we started recording this podcast, Riccio started playing Journey again, and he's just like sitting in front of the TV, like mouth open, staring at the screen,
Childlike sense of wonderment.
just like Dan and I are gonna go get some snacks or something, and like we're just like, just imagine if a single tear just rolled down his cheek right now.
I cried when you guys left. No, I didn't. I almost did. No, I didn't. Shut up. Shut up, guys.
I don't want to jump the gun here, but I think Journey wins this category.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
Sorry to everybody, but spoilers, Journey's probably going to win this. So we all played Journey. We all thought it was awesome.
Oh, it's fucking great.
The simpleness of that circle button that would play like a note of sound or music or whatever.
A chime.
A chime was just added so much to that game.
The
No,
game
it's-
is part of you now.
The physics, the feeling of everything, the music, the look, the sand, everything. The snow, the wind. Okay. That was good. No, it's good. That was a fantastic game.
Now we got to figure out what the runners up are, though.
All right, let's slowly make our way down the list. Retrograde. What did you guys play? How'd you guys play?
I finished it.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't do all the challenges and stuff, but I tried them out.
Yeah, same.
That game has an interesting concept, and I think it's cool, but
I would have liked to try that game with a DJ Hero thing.
Yeah, I
So you get like mixed music for one of them or something.
I forgot you could play with a DJ Hero controller.
Yeah, and a Guitar Hero controller actually, or Rock Band controller.
Any band controller.
Yeah, except for a microphone. Green, blue, dodge, shoot, missile, 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 missile. No,
I played that game.
I wouldn't. I'd fucking punch you in the face.
Shut up! You totally played that game, Riccio.
No,
You played on cast.
no. Yeah, Retrograde was awesome. It was. It was okay. It was really cool to see, and then the build up to it until I played it was awesome. But after playing it, it was just kind of
this is a rhythm game.
yeah. Even playing on the hardest mode where it felt good when you nailed stuff, it was still like that was okay. But the music was fantastic.
How cool would it have been if, like, because you play that, for people who don't know what it is, you play it backwards.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Space Time Continuum.
yeah, something like that.
We have a dry run.
Yeah, we do. I
Of
forgot
it.
about that. Can you imagine if you beat the game backwards and then you had to play the whole game again forwards?
It almost looks like that at some point, but no, they lied to you. They fucking lied to you. I was excited.
When the credits start, you start flying forwards.
You shoot at names and stuff.
Yeah, but you think from the text that plays right before the credits start that you're going to play the game in forwards, but it's like, no, it's just the credits.
Oh, that's a disappointment. Such a disappointment.
So, I think Retrograde doesn't get it.
No.
It was good though, but it doesn't get it. Next one, Dyad. Another rhythm game.
Didn't
Out of
didn't
three.
play it. So
There are a lot of rhythm games.
Man, Dyad. Okay, I know this probably won't win. I want to say that one, it's a kind of frustrating game that requires you to be really good at it. Second, that game feels really good. It's literally like you're spinning through a tunnel and you have to hit buttons to either grab onto pieces of light to pull yourself forward, to charge yourself up to then dash forward and break through things. That's like the easiest way to describe it.
that was not a.
It feels really good.
It's not a good way to describe it. It was very convoluted.
It's light speed, like just forward. It's like that old school game, like Vectron or
Vectin?
Sir Vectin, the Vectorals.
Vectin.
Anyway, no, it's where you spin around and you grab things, and it's kind of crazy. Anyways, but the thing is, there's no way to describe how awesome that game feels, other than to play it, because the speed of everything and the like tactile feedback when you hit a button and you pull yourself forward, and then like everything blurs, and like the sort of music that comes with it, everything fits really well. But it frustrated me more than it was making me happy, but it was still really cool. I don't know if you guys played it.
I didn't play
I
it.
tried it out here.
Yeah. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay, well, fine. Next, jackass.
Sound shapes. We have a dry run of that.
What was that one? It was the dude, the music.
Cities
No,
by
Beck.
Beck. Oh my
Wanna say
God.
Buck
Song of the
65.
year. Song of the year. I don't give a shit. Make a new category. Can we do that? Type it in. Yeah, no, but actually, we could do song of the year.
We can discuss that when we get down to the soundtrack
Dragon's
category.
Dogma. God damn it. Oh God, live free, fly free.
I am gonna go
Fly
type.
free. I think.
I'm going to go type this category down in best soundtrack while you discuss sound.
All right.
Cool. Sound Shapes was just a platformer that was fucking so sweet and had the same Little Big Planet build your own level thing.
Yeah, there were some pretty cool levels that were built in it that user created stuff, as well as it had like.
What are you laughing
I
about?
just started making a big fucking ball of like something that was going ooh, 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 and then you couldn't get to anything.
I remember
There was
that.
no goddamn end. And I was so happy with it. I think it was on PS Vita as well. It was a cross-buy, I think.
Yep.
Nice.
Cross by.
So if I bought a Vita, I could play the game.
Yeah, you could.
Devin, what were you saying? It had a lot of downloadable cool levels?
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Had a lot of cool levels.
Had Dead Mouse.
Yeah, I had Dead Mouse and some other cool stuff. It's neat.
Felt good. You were like a piece of egg that stuck to platforms. And
Yeah,
like, it was so cool.
Fucking
It
weird.
made me so happy to play that. Like I want to say those three games that we mentioned, like Dyad, Retrograde, and Sound Shapes, at least so far, and Journey, actually all four of those, made me so happy playing them. Just big ass smile on my face. God damn you, PS3. I cried so much this year because you. Yeah, Sound Shapes is pretty awesome.
I was picturing you in front of your PS3 just crying, like, why do you do this to me?
Well, Dyad and Sound Shapes came out in the same week, I think, and then Retrograde was the week after. So it's a lot
I
of
remember that because all those dry runs are uploads beside each other.
Yeah,
They're all
Two-
musical based, like heavy games. But what do you guys think of Sound Shapes though? Was that worth anything?
It
Yeah.
sure is interesting.
Yeah.
I probably should have bought it on my Vita before
Yeah.
we did this.
Yeah. I forgot about Sound Shapes.
I actually probably will buy it on my Vita at this rate.
Nice. Yeah, it's a really cool one. I know they put out some DLC recently to add more instruments to stuff you could build on the online. So I don't know, like it's not built in. It's not like single player levels. It's just materials and stuff. or-
Yeah,
Elements?
building materials.
Yeah, sure. And each material that you put down has a sound, so it has like drum kits and guitars and I don't know.
Anyway, make some crazy ass tunes.
I think those are 99 cents each, except
Yeah.
a couple of them are free.
Yeah, I think you can buy them as a pack for $1. I don't know, and there's some sort of it's downloadable.
Which is cool.
It's content.
Then we got Tokyo Jungle.
All right, I have 3 nominees in that best song in the game category, by the way.
Good job.
We can talk about that more when we get down there.
for sure.
All right.
Tokyo Jungle.
That was fun. I like that game.
It's cool.
It's like crazily Japanese though.
Well, jeez. Okay.
Like
yeah.
I mean, I don't mean like in a bad way. I mean like it's just that's the style that it is. It's geared towards more of a Japanese audience than an American audience,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun. Especially when you're playing with someone else and you're pulling them off screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you jerk.
We have a Let's Play of that and a dry run up on our
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Um,
Shameless self-plugs.
yeah.
Whatever. If you're listening to our
You
Game of the Year
you can plug
podcast,
it.
go to our YouTube and watch all our stuff.
Plug it. I want you to plug it.
I already did.
All right. If you, oh, sorry. If ever, what the fuck? One thing I hated about Tokyo Jungle is that it comes with a campaign, like a storyline.
Yeah.
That is very bare. It's like the first mission is a tutorial, and then to be able to unlock the rest of it, you have to play the survival and find little chip things. Then once you have enough, it unlocks more storyline.
Which is a weird way to do it.
It is weird, but the survival can be really tough, especially if you don't pick up on the game mechanics easy. So you could buy that game and then be like, what the fuck is this? And then just never
It's punishing.
never
That's
know what
it is.
happens. Yeah.
It is a punishing game.
I mean, if you look at some of our Let's Plays, people have been asking like, yo, what is the story? I'm like, I really don't know. we haven't unlocked anything to tell you. So
I wish I knew. I honestly wish.
one
I
day
knew.
we will tell you. But
Maybe I'll just wiki it.
But that game is actually really cool. I don't know if we've obviously talked about it before. Animals, Tokyo, they go crazy. There's no more humans. They have to fight. They gotta eat. They gotta mate.
Unless you buy the human DLC.
Let's see, but I don't even know what that does. Do you play as a human? Like,
Yeah, apparently.
really? Well, that's not a jungle.
Just go out and fight people.
I don't know. I didn't buy it.
It's not a jungle. It's not a jungle. That should have been on the Vita. That would have been cool.
That would have been
It
fucking
could
awesome.
still. I don't know. You don't know what Japan's gonna do with this stuff.
Okay, well, Tokyo Jungle 2 coming soon. You guys heard it here first from Brenner. Yeah,
it would
so-
be interesting, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how well Tokyo Jungle sold for them to decide whether to make a sequel for a portable platform that's not doing all that hot.
yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, Tokyo Jungle, no, yes, yay, nay.
I feel like
say
that
nay.
should be one of the runners up.
Really, I
Yeah.
say nay.
I say runner up.
I nay that one, but
Why?
man, the two last ones that we have to. Moving on.
All right, well,
Datura.
let's- yeah.
Datura. How many of you guys, do you guys even play this? Did you guys watch me play it?
I watched you.
You
play.
watched me play it? I remember you control a hand and you knock on doors in the Move controller and you pick things up. I just remember having like the silliest time going through it, like fucking around with the hand and just smashing it into walls and seeing like the fingers like crunch and stuff. Because you didn't have like a presence in the world. You were just an arm.
Okay.
And it used the Move controller so you could move your hand in and out. And you'd be like in a forest, so you could just push up against things. And you have to like graze your hand against the wall to like smear it, or like reach into like a pot to grab something, or open a door, and all this weird stuff. So I think you could only clench, and there's I don't know. It's been a while since I played it, but it was really weird. I remember it being like a sort of sad story about like a drug, like kind of being like a morphine trip in an ambulance or something.
Okay.
And
Spoilers?
no, that's
Or
how
is
it
that-
starts. That's how it
okay, okay.
starts. I'm pretty sure they go back to it at the end, I think, but it's like, yo, this is, by the way, in case you forgot, kind of thing. But it was $5. It was like a really weird experience. It felt cool. For some reason, that hand was like laughable, but
Wasn't
Then
it
you
only
felt-
also like 2 hours long or something?
yeah, roughly about 2 hours long. But I remember that it was cool to feel for some reason that your hand was almost like a presence of you in the game. I know it sounds really dumb, but because it literally interacted with shit when you smashed it in, and like fingers would like move and like grasp and all that, it kind of had like a cool feeling, but it wasn't. It was very artsy. So it was-
More of a like a tech demo.
yeah, there was breasts and you could couple them.
I did tune in on that part
Okay.
of that one. I remember that.
There's a statue to grab something. It's like the thing is boobs. I'm like, oh my god! Like his hand would just perfectly cup. I was like, this is. I know you guys designed this. Okay. I know
This
what's
is
up.
not just reacting to some sort of environmental piece.
This is scripted, isn't it? Where's this other hand? I only control one of them. Anyway, Datura? No, I don't. I'd give it a no. It's worth checking out if it's on sale because it's neat, but I don't think that goes for any sort of.
I almost think
best.
that because this is mostly weird indie stuff, this category, this is more of a something for Riccio to choose, because you have played all of these to completion,
Yeah.
and I've only played a few of them. I don't even know how many Devin's played.
Oh wow, I guess I don't know. I didn't play Dyad to completion, but yeah. Yeah, I guess I did finish Unfinished 1 and Papa and Yo.
Which are the next two?
Yeah. So anyway, Unfinished Swan. This is a game where you walked around and you were in first person and you were a child in a storybook trying to find your mom.
A racist storybook.
Actually, no. It quickly
A racist.
at the end. Okay. Anyway,
We have a dry run of this up on the site.
Yeah, we have dry run of this on the site. You play as a little boy whose mom is passed away, I believe, and it's at the start. And his favorite painting was a picture of an unfinished swan that she painted. And then he goes to find it, and it's gone, and he chases after it, and then it goes in some painting dream world thing. It's kind of like I think he took drugs. No, it was a really neat thing, and I finished it today. And it's another one of those games that is very childlike and happy and storybook, like, just something from your infancy. Childhood. Thank you.
From your
I was like, you know when
when you can't remember shit.
You know when you're birthed and you were being told stories.
When you were being birthed.
Dad's just like waiting there, like, once upon a time you're being born. No,
This one time,
no, where it stays childlike almost, and then at the end just kind of goes like, the real world is a terrible place. And you're just like, oh my god, don't remind me you had me in such a happy place. That game managed, similar to Journey, managed to capture that childlike sense of wonderment of I know it sounds like a stupid cheesy thing to say, but I kind of like, oh look at that, oh that's so cool.
I can see that from the way that gameplay was and the way the world was designed, and watching you play the other mechanics at the end there.
Yeah,
I feel like I got a full experience out of that game.
Except for you thought it was racist, you jerk.
Just at the beginning part, during some of the narration there, was a little iffy. Yeah.
What they pull like a at the, I guess semi spoilers, but not really, because they pull back to the
spoilers for 1 minute.
For 1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute.
All right. 1 minute. At the end of the game, they pull back to the start, and they kind of show you going through the first few levels, and they're like, I went back to my castle, like the king's talking to you, and he's like, I went back to my castle, and I dreamed like there was ink everywhere, like covering everything I've ever created, and then it goes to the second level where it's like, and then there was just grass growing everywhere, like just everything just taking over my entire city. And everything you do in the third, like it would just go through it, and it was just the king getting sad and then talking to you about how no matter what you do in your life, someone's always going to either deface it or do something better than it or make it not worth anything for you by the time you're dead.
That's fucking depressing.
And I was just like, oh my god, I went through this entire game like a jerk. But anyways, spoilers end. Let's just go back into it. That game was touching and really crazy. And
I have a question. Was that exactly a minute?
It was roughly. It changed to 6:02. It was 6:01 when we started.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Cool.
Boop doop doop doop. If you hear this, it's because the spoilers are over. You can come back, because the spoilers are over. All right. Anyways, so that was pretty cool. Papo and Yo. I'm gonna have to hit some spoilers for this one, but not yet.
All right.
But did you guys? I know you guys. I talked to you guys about this one a lot.
I didn't play it.
You didn't play it? Did you see any of it?
I saw a bit of it, yeah.
Dan?
Yeah, I saw you play a lot of it.
So this game...
Spoilers for 5 minutes?
Oh, do you want to do 5 minute spoilers?
5 minute spoilers.
Somebody's going to come back from the other one and then just land directly into the spoilers for Papo and
Oh,
Yo.
God!
All right, let me...
It's 6:03. That's impossible.
Shut up. All right, let me start a timer here for 5 minutes. If you guys don't want to hear Papo and Yo spoilers, even if you do listen to these, the game is still very much worth playing. It's not going to sour your experience because experiencing it is a whole different thing. All right, so here we go. So in Papo and Yo, the whole story is like I was talking to you guys about, where you play as a kid who was beaten by his father, who's a drunkard, and he kind of escapes the real world to go into the fantasy world that he has created, which was kind of in the first level. You see he's just hiding in his closet, and he's like, I have to go somewhere, and he just kind of disappears. The entire game it's you, a jetpack, backpack, which was your child's like doll teddy bear thing, and your dad, which is this huge monster. And every time he has little the like animal mushroom thingies, I think, if I remember correctly, they make him go insane, and he starts beating you. So it's kind of playback to, okay, when he drinks, he becomes this terrible other person. And as you go through it, the beatings, I guess, get worse and worse. until at the end, where the kid doesn't really realize that he's escaped to another world until everything starts making sense again. And I'm trying to remember. You get to separate point or certain points where there's like statues, which are just showing like you look at it from one side and it's like the monster chasing after you. Oh, sorry. And then you turn around the other side and it's like your dad fucking like whipping you with a belt, and you're just like, holy shit. And then there's just like this whole sense of, I know it's not gonna go for 5 minutes, but it's such a crazy game to kind of feel like you're a child getting all these sort of like this terrible physical assault done to you, and in the end it's all about letting it all go, and like just either, I forget if you forgive your father and go into it and you just realize that he's a bad person, but he doesn't mean to because of all the drinking and stuff that he's gone through, or if it's that you kind of just get away from him and you see that he's just in a terrible place, and I think you just leave him off alone, and it's just crazy. Like there's a lot of illusions as you go through the game that cuts back to like you being in a car while your dad's just like driving, and I think he gets in like an accident and he's just like bitching at you, and just there's all this fucking crazy emotional stuff in that game. But I know this is still in the spoiler minutes, we're only 2 minutes in, but to also talk about the game, the gameplay in that worked really well. There's a lot of creative puzzles in that game that are actually kind of crazy. Like you'd stack boxes onto top of themselves, and in the distance you could see was building like a building, and you'd push the boxes over and they'd fall over and like form a bridge across a gap or something, and then you'd slowly move them around, and you're moving the entire world around you. And almost like, you know, in Inception, how they flip the buildings up on top of each other, and it's like a town where you can walk above. They do that where you're flipping the world and curving it so you can kind of get around and do this really cool shit. But all that story stuff mixed with the puzzling and the gameplay was just like such a fucking crazy experience that I can't believe that it was the creator of the game kind of like telling his experience as a child in like game form. And like, I don't know how much of it was real or to his story or whatever, but it was fucking crazy to go through that and be like, oh my God, like either we had it really lucky or it sucks for a lot of people out there who may be in that situation. But anyways, it's only been 3.5 minutes. I don't know if we should just keep going on it, or
do you have anything else to say about it?
It's good. It was probably one of the most similar to a lot. Like, I know there's a few other emotionally kind of crazy games this year, but that was like a really touching sort of gonna stick with me for a while type of game.
Do you want to tell like the backstory to
the
creation of the game?
I kind of did. Like the creator, when he was a child, was, I guess, a victim, if that's the right word, to a lot of this, and he decided to create a game that to kind of be his callous, like to get it out of his system and tell a story to feel better type of way, but not really just like, oh, you guys have to experience this because I'll feel better, but just to kind of like tell his story, but in a game form to keep it creative. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just some sort of, yeah, a story of what he had to go through when he was young. But yeah, it's
pretty crazy.
It's pretty intense. But we're approaching the 4 minute mark, 4 minute and a half here. So we can go back into it. If you guys had to choose 3 things from this, I think Journey we've already picked as a winner.
Journey's a winner, yeah.
Journey's a winner. I got Tokyo Jungle as a runner-up.
I would say Tokyo Jungle and Unfinished Swan almost, but I know you probably have a different opinion on that.
Yeah, me would be Unfinished Swan and Papo and Yo for sure, but Tokyo Jungle is definitely the most gamey one, because the other ones are kind of, they are gamey, but they're, Papo and Yo is
emotional.
Papo and Yo is the more gamey one. Unfinished Swan is kind of like walking around and shooting balls at stuff, which is definitely gamey, but it's almost, well, it's kind of like Portal like, but not really.
Well, it's got Portal elements in it.
Sort of, yeah. I wouldn't be pissed pissed isn't the right word, but pissed if Tokyo Jungle were to like get a runner-up thing, but I definitely have to recommend people to check out Unfinished Swan and Papo and Yo, no matter what the hell comes out of these things, because those are just such crazy experiences from this year, and Journey, of course, for sure.
Yeah, if you don't play Journey and you own a PS3.
Yeah. So as a together thing, Tokyo Jungle, we're picking it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And then runner-up,
Unfinished Swan, I would say.
Unfinished one for a happier kind of experience, I guess.
All right.
But you gotta check out Paponio, everybody.
Okay.
Next category. Shall I?
Next category is going to be a difficult one.
All right,
Holy
so
shit.
the next category is best downloadable PC game. Whoa.
That's a big amount.
Dan, hit us with those nominees if you want, or do you want me to, or Devin, or
Okay, who's going to type in?
I'll do it.
Okay, all right. So then I will hit up with these nominees.
nominees
All right.
for best downloadable PC game of the year.
Legend of Grimrock. The Legend of Grimrock. Cook, serve, delicious. Lone Survivor. Shoot many robots. Trine 2. FTL, Faster Than Light. Torchlight 2. Orcs Must Die 2. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The Walking Dead. Hotline Miami. McPixel. Lucius. Chivalry Medieval Warfare. And Tiny and Big Grandpa's Leftovers.
There's a lot of good games.
A lot of really good games in that.
Oh,
My only issue with one of the nominees is The Walking Dead. Does that not count as like kind of
I'd count that as
a retail game almost?
I'd count
now
that
that
as
it's
a
being
retail.
released
That's
on
not,
disc.
That is
and
not a.
I would say it counts as a
downloadable.
PC game downloadable because that's what it was totally. The retail was almost the addition once it was like out. Like, okay, this is an easy package. It's like
Okay,
almost
yeah.
the like, as you'd say it, like
Money
not
grab.
a re-release, but
Cash
like
grab.
Dan, you were saying like for example with what the hell game were we talking about before?
we were talking about Dark Souls and Persona.
Yeah, but I mean it was just it's like not a re-release, but like another version. Like hey, here's another version of the way you can play it. But the reason I think it also goes into the best downloadable PC and not in PS3 and PS360. Not to say anything bad about those versions of the game, but I think the PC one was the more kind of not laggy when you chose stuff, and
Didn't shit
Well,
the
I don't
bed.
think we can speak to the PS3 version at all, but
That's
the
true.
Xbox 360 version is garbage.
yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
not super
first-hand
garbage.
experience
It was
there.
totally still playable on 360. It was just a bit more of an annoyance with some
You're
of
right, but when you have to classify a game as
Yeah,
it's playable, don't worry, I think that speaks to the game's quality.
yeah,
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I think that's more the hardware is the limitation.
yeah. All right, so starting up on the list, Legend of Grimrock. Do you guys play this?
Nope, didn't even touch it.
No, I don't think it can win anything. Then.
Just to mention it, super cool. It was an old school throwback to like Eye of the Beholder and all those weird ass like RPG games where you like navigate through a dungeon in first person mode and have like a team of people and you'd like equip them with stuff and those were their attacks like in left hand, right hand. So if you hit left hand, it was like block and you could choose. Really cool, really neat. The atmosphere was crazy. It almost felt like Amnesia like, but it also. I don't want to say it wasn't the greatest. It just wasn't as. It didn't stick with us,
No.
yeah.
but it was good. God, I love the next game. Cook serve delicious.
That game's real good.
I had a lot of fun with that one.
me and my friend John were playing it at my house during the VGAs, and just it was almost as though that was the main attraction, and the VGAs were just like, "Yo, these are up on the other screen."
Should we point out that is available on iPad, but on PC currently, it's either from their website or Desura if you're actually looking to buy this game. For now.
Yeah, it is not on Steam yet.
Yeah. It's on Greenlight though.
So go vote for it.
But who wants to? Okay, so this game was you manage a restaurant,
Yep.
but you
It
are.
is. What has the creator said? It's the first hardcore restaurant simulator
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that.
I don't.
I like that hardcore restaurant simulator.
But you are the the manager, the cook,
You are the
waiter,
restaurant.
the busboy, and the fucking like dishwasher and janitor.
Yeah.
Of
So-
a restaurant.
It was awesome.
You make all the food. You do all the chores.
Serve.
You manage everything.
You buy items for
It's
your.
safe to say you cook, you serve, and you are delicious.
No, I'm not giving you that
Okay,
one.
fine then.
No, that was just.
Yeah, you had like 40 different foods to choose from and drinks
It's something like that.
With
And
upgrades.
with upgrades.
and
Yeah.
And if
You have to make your restaurant better and better. It starts as a 1-star, kind of like dump, and you got to make it up to like a 5-star restaurant. There's different goals and stuff in there.
Actually, okay, you start off as a 0-star restaurant, and that star is always lit up. But once you actually get the first star, all it does is draw it in.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be 2-star, and it's like, what happened?
Oh.
Yeah, that game was way longer. It was at least 1 star longer. But yeah, anyway,
That's hilarious.
yeah, that game was so much fun. It's so dumb. It works well. We're talking about the PC version, but it works also really well on the iPad.
Yeah, and I would almost say the PC version is the one to play if you had a choice.
Yeah.
It is cheaper on the iPad, but the PC version at least gives you the choice whether to play it with a mouse or play it with a keyboard.
Yeah, true.
Whereas the iPad is basically entirely
Touch and swipe.
the like tap and swipe controls, which is basically what you do with a mouse.
I want to say this game.
So-
Sorry.
What?
I want to say this game feels exceptionally awesome with a mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, it sounds like machine gun
Yeah,
fire.
just like, yes. So much shit coming in. You're like cooking it and doing all the crazy stuff, and you're just like, oh, it feels so fucking good. It's kind of awesome.
StarCraft skills help with
Yeah.
The mic
Cook Serve Delicious.
or any typing skills where you know where every
You just
button
know where all
is.
the keys are, yeah.
StarCraft does help with that, but yeah. Lone Survivor is the next one. Oh, hold on. Cook Serve Delicious. What do we think about this one?
I think that's a contender. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I think that's a contender for sure.
I would say maybe a runner-up contender.
This is
but-
going to be a really
Yeah.
intense.
Oh
There's
my
a lot of stuff on this
fucking
list.
one.
Or no, okay, it's a contender. Yeah, it's just a contender. For
All right,
now.
contender,
All right, so
contender.
Lone Survivor. I don't know if you guys played it.
I didn't touch it. You were raving.
I have
about it for
watched
bit.
a few other people play it.
Okay. Did you see it to completion or like a decent
No.
amount or just chunks?
I saw the first 2 hours of that game a lot, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I played the first 2 hours of this game. Sadly, my save got annihilated. So I didn't feel like restarting it, which kind of sucks. But I don't want to let that bring it down. That game is like a 2D pixelized Silent Hill awesome game that I sadly did not get to complete. But I think it at least deserves a mention as just a fucking awesome Silent Hill recreation.
And unfortunately, that means I don't think we can give it
we can't give it anything.
but
It gets a mention on here.
I just want to mention that if anybody bought Silent Hill Downpour and was like, yo, this game is shit, and you want a Silent Hill game, fucking go buy Lone Survivor on Steam or on Desura or whatever the fuck you can find it on, Lone Survivor. That will make you happy if you needed a Silent Hill fix. Music, story, old school, survival, whatever. That game had like multiple endings depending on if you took pills to make the game easier or if you didn't eat a lot or if you killed random people or whatever the fuck happened. It was apparently crazy. So, I just want to say that. Lone Survivor, you were good, but I didn't get to finish. You didn't get to finish anything. Shoot many robots again? We want to talk about it?
no.
Fuck
but
no.
It was cool on PC because you could shoot in any direction, not just 8.
Yeah.
With that, you get a pass. Shoot many robots.
You get a stamp of okay.
Yeah. Trying to.
I didn't touch it.
Dan, I know we played a bit.
Yeah, but that's it.
I played a little bit after that with you. Not with you, clearly. But
That
Game
that game's pretty.
that game is pretty as fuck.
We don't have a best graphics category.
We don't.
Oh well.
Should just
We don't really need
Far
that
Cry 3.
category.
Oh, fuck.
All games look real good this year.
Yeah.
All games win.
all
That's
units. Yeah.
All units.
All units.
But yeah, trying to really awesome. And Dan, we played. I think it was only 2 of us, right?
Yeah.
Playing it 3 players, where each person is assigned a unit, where you can't like easily switch between them. Pretty fucking fun.
I
The,
believe it.
like stupid camaraderie and the like, just playing the game as you're supposed to and trying to figure out the puzzles. Because you have like the wizards like, yo guys, I'm just gonna make planks, and you have the fucking like ninja chick who's like, screw that shit, I'm swinging across, and then you're like, no, but we need you to fucking kill it. Oh wait, no, and then the warrior dude like, I don't know, it's just trying to get across and trying to do fucking puzzles while get everybody to cooperate and not be a dick and be like the soldier who's breaking all the boxes and fucking goddamn fun, and it's available on like every console I think.
Yeah,
always on sale,
actually.
too.
It's
Even-
on
even Wii U.
Xbox, PS3. It's not. Is it on? Oh yeah, it is on
Is
Wii U.
it on the Wii U? Yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm saying yes, it is. I'm saying it is. It is.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
We've got the next one,
Yeah.
which is a pretty good contender, is Faster Than Light.
Piece of
XTL.
shit, unbeatable, fucking crap.
That game's good. That came out of nowhere for me, and I don't know. I really like that.
I think it's really good. However, it will not win anything for me because, well,
I think it's definitely a contender.
it's a contender, but we've had fun recording it. I'm not saying it's a bad game by any means, but even whenever it came out and we had a lot of fun doing the recordings, at no point did I ever feel like ever trying to play that on my own.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
I played it. I played it on my own.
I was like, that's cool.
I played it on my own before we did the recordings.
Well, I played it on my own once, and then it was just like, okay,
Fair enough. Fair
Like
enough.
this is more fun when we're all three of us are just kind of fucking around and playing it.
Yeah.
Attempting to
Yeah.
beat the game.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that game is fucking punishing.
So the music is awesome.
Music
On
is
normal, yeah, it's devastating, but
Yeah.
on easy, it's
like raffle through it.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually playable. It's not
Yes,
just like,
yes.
yo, we got 4 fucking shields. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking game's punishing.
Um,
Then we got Torchlight 2, which I played like 3 hours of.
I
and-
played 10 minutes
Yeah.
and said, yup, when I start listening to a lot of podcasts again, this will be the game I play.
Yeah, it's
Torchlight
And that was
2?
it. Yeah.
yeah.
That
One-
game can't win anything now, though, because we haven't. There
I-
are other games on this list.
I didn't finish this game. I want to say it's better than Diablo 3. I want to say
Which
that,
makes me feel better about my not purchasing Diablo 3.
in my opinion, I want to say it's better than Diablo 3.
I'd
Diablo
agree
3's
with you.
gameplay
I've
was-
played both.
Diablo 3's
also.
gameplay was fun, but I think it lacked in other ways. But the thing is, Torchlight 2 was really good. The multiplayer was really cool to go up to, I think, 6 or 8 players, or even, I think 8. Maybe 6. 8?
We have a dry run of this on the site.
Yes,
also.
it is cool.
We do?
Yeah.
The levels, the damn Devin. The way the items were in this game were way better than when Diablo, in my opinion. And what sucked and what makes me hate this game, not hate, but dislike,
It's okay. You can say hey.
takes away enjoyment from it. It's not a really bad thing. It's just kind of like a huge annoyance that's just constantly there. The performance that I've had with this game after numerous patches and numerous driver updates,
Really, it just
the frame
won't
rate
run.
is always weirdly shitty. And it's like the most fucked up thing ever, because you'll be in a combat scenario with like 6 players unleashing hell upon shit, and you're getting a cool 60, and then suddenly one dude comes on screen and you're just trying to like melee it, and you get like 5 frames, and you're like, what is happening with this game?
That's super weird.
It is really weird, and I don't know why it was like that. And it's not like I'm the only one who is experiencing it, because everybody was also getting just like the weird drops here and there, no matter what graphic settings you had it on. There might be a way around it somewhere out there, but it just sucks that when I've played it, it wasn't to its greatest. That
Yeah.
being said, the game itself, not performance-wise, awesome. Did not finish it, though. Because I had sunk way too many hours into Diablo 3 by then.
Yeah.
Disliked it.
All right, next up.
All
Orcs Must Die 2.
I think it was good. It was a lot of left clicking. It cliffed so bad.
You cliffed so
That
bad.
game is more Orcs Must Die.
Yeah.
That's what that game is.
Good on them
Third
for adding
person
co-op,
tower
though.
defense type
Good-
action game. More of an action
Yeah.
game than tower defense, but
Good on them for doing co-op. Good on them for adding the first levels from the game. Was it all the levels from the first game? In
most
challenge
of
mode?
them.
Most of them in challenge mode. And
There's a dry run of it up on
yeah,
our
dry run.
YouTube channel.
And a shitty review. And
The only game we have ever done a video review for, Orcs Must Die 2.
and you'll see why.
Yep.
But
We had fun making that review, though.
that game was good, but a lot of left clicking, a lot of left clicking, and not enough tower defense play. I feel, because
It was more of a third-person beat 'em up.
Sort of. No, yeah.
Almost like a third person shooter.
When you got all the upgrades, you
Yeah.
could kind of rely on the towers a lot more. But
That's weird.
I felt like I had to left click way too much, and it was just you didn't have like the hold,
It's like-
wait and then shoot, and get headshots and stuff as easy as the first one, where it felt really good. There's just some weird.
It's like
stuff in
the towers will help you defeat the orcs, but
it. You have to.
you have to be there.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
on like
okay.
2 lane levels, if you are not there also attacking the orcs while they get hit by your like tower and defenses stuff, they're going to get through.
It's like a tower defense game. If you're like ADHD and you're like, hey, gotta go over here, go over here. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's something. But it's like
It's an ADHD.
you gotta be like
tower
everywhere,
defense.
but ADHD in a way that like there's just so much things you have to be distracted by, but you have to like not be. You have to be totally clear and like realizing where you should be at every point in time, especially on the later levels. And I didn't have a whole ton of fun with it. I did enjoy it, but it just quickly became like I'm just clicking a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a pass on Orcs Must Die too.
Yeah, me too.
I agree with that one.
So next one, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You guys,
I'm real bad at it. I can tell you that.
okay. Devin, did you play it?
No, I've been wanting to pick it up, but I just haven't bothered.
I will say this. before the patch that came out roughly a month and a half ago, I would have awarded this almost a contender.
Really?
Since that patch, I haven't bothered to try it. Because what I enjoyed the most was playing the ranked matches and feeling kind of like serious about it. And that's how you get your like elo rank up, even though it doesn't really mean anything.
Your elo.
Yeah. And then you'd go into it now and it's like, yo, if you quit out, your rank's going to go down. You're going to be put into like this like leaving bracket. Really? And you have to, and then when you go to load in, it's like, it's going to take like 90 minutes to finish like a whole thing. Like you got to be ready for this. I'm like, yo, I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to try it once. I'd hit it and it would take like 50 minutes to find a match. And then when you get in there, it took so long, you don't feel like playing that game anymore. And then by the time you get in, you're like, okay, now I have to put 90 minutes towards this almost. It just made me take that game and just go like, okay, I'm probably never going to play you again. Which sucks because I feel like that was a fucking awesome version of Counter-Strike. Especially the gun game and the demolition thing.
I forgot I had a gun game in it.
Yeah. So
like everything has a gun game in it now.
Yeah. I just completely, I honestly straight up forgot that had gun game. So
I'm going to give it a pass. It was a really cool version.
It's a pass.
If I had more time, for example, during this Christmas break, I'll probably play more of it to be like, you know what, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You're still good. Because the gameplay's sick. The gameplay's so fucking sick. I just don't like the
weird like
matchmaking.
Ranking.
The ranking was fucking cool because it leveled up in a way that actually you felt like, man, I just did really good that round. And then it'd be like, oh, your rank's higher. It wasn't like, yo, get experience. It felt really good when you got ranked up. So whenever your elo rank went up. Anyway, I'd still say pass for me. I can't. Fucking awesome, but no.
Next up, The Walking Dead.
Oh, sorry.
I like the fact that's your response to that.
That's my like there's so many other good ones too, but this is it for me. I'm so fucking sad you guys didn't get to finish this.
I tried yesterday.
Wait, no, what are you gonna say, Devin?
I've yet to even start.
Oh, you know.
That means it can't win this.
No!
For those listeners,
Devin, load it up so we can fucking give it a winning. Load it up.
No.
You jerk.
You're gonna play it tomorrow.
You fucking don't do this to me.
That's actually the funny thing is I am legitimately going to play it tomorrow.
I want to fucking
I have the whole fucking day off tomorrow.
You are the worst.
I don't work. I can fucking sleep in, wake up, play Walking Dead. It's gonna be good.
Honestly,
and then I'm gonna text you.
I think
as soon as I boot it up, I'm gonna say, "Hey,
this probably should have won."
In my opinion, I think this should literally win this category for the sole
fucking purpose.
Not purpose. The sole reason that Mass Effect 3 was a 3-game running fucking crazy story with all these choices. This was a $25 5-episode game that felt like my choices meant more and impacted me like personally at some points.
Yeah.
Way more than anything that like BioWare and all that shit has ever created. And it was like a fucking small, maybe like 8-hour all episodes together, emotional, crazy experience.
The other thing to consider is that this is in other categories.
It is.
For other things.
But holy fuck.
That are maybe more specific than it being a downloadable game, which I'm putting quotation marks around.
Downloadable game, I think it like for the price and the quality and everything that this game offered you was so fucking good. It was insane. And I can't even talk to you guys about it, and I feel really bad.
I feel like after this Game of the Year stuff is done, we should also make personal lists.
Yeah.
I
feel like next Wednesday, hopefully by then when we have record a podcast, you guys will have it done and be like, yo, you guys, I'm fucking really sorry about that. PC downloadable. Fucking Walking Dead should have won.
We can't talk about this discussion on the next podcast because this goes out after the next podcast.
Yeah, it does.
Fuck. It is now December the 16th.
Fucking dick.
You're blowing the lid off our operation here, man.
You fucking jerks. Walking Dead. Riccio's fucking winner of this category then. All right, you guys got to play it then. Hotline Miami?
I agree. I can understand what that game has done from playing the 2.5 episodes that I did. But I almost like whether or not the story is incredible in that game, I still don't think it should win Game of the Year because it's still just a story. It's like an interactive TV episode.
It is, but it's more gamey than that.
Yeah, but it's not a game.
It's hard to explain in which ways it is, but it totally still is. Like it's like it definitely has it's an adventure game. It's not a shooter. It's not a fucking puzzler. Like I don't know.
He's just struggling.
No, it's not struggling. It's literally it's a fucking game. I don't know. Because the elements that would be the game design of this would be like, or you call it a game, would be like, finding stuff, talking to people, making sure you do things right.
Yeah.
That would be the game stuff. If you look at a game like, I don't know, on this list, like fucking Trine, you're making platforms in the story. You left click to shoot to attack things. This is like, you're walking around, you're left clicking to like talk to people and like pick up things and then like combine them. And then do things. And like kill off people and things. And break things. And run from things and shoot things. You actually do still shoot things a lot. And you stab things a lot as you go on. There are a lot of game elements in this.
Okay.
Not maybe in the first episodes, because it's like, I'm a character. Nice to meet you. I'm fucking like Tornado Williams.
A Tornado Williams?
And I'm gonna die by a fucking zombie frog. I don't know. But anyway, there's...
By a zombie frog?
I'm spoiling.
What Walking Dead game did you play?
I don't know, guys. I started fucking watching the show and reading the comic and playing this thing at the same time. I didn't know which story I was reading. I was also on an acid trip. No, I was not.
That peyote's really doing a number on you.
You guys see Tornado Williams? Dude, you're fucking looking at a wall. But no. I don't know. You jerks. Hotline Miami. What'd you guys think of that?
It was real good. There were some frustrating bits in it, and it was definitely a difficult game.
What are you talking about? No
But it
frustrating
was
bits.
real good. Shut the fuck up.
That hospital one, man.
That hospital one, I got fucked over on for 2 tries. I was like, all right, I got this now. Because what happened is when I realized the first time I died, and I was like, wait, does he open his newspaper? And then like when I had 2 of the cops on screen, I was like, oh, they both open at the same. Okay, well, I can do this. And then when I realized you had to go the full long way around the hospital, not try to skip across like the fucking shitty right side to make it.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, well, these 2 tries were it's over. I got this.
Fuck off.
But Dan, you had a lot of trouble in Mission 11, right?
Yeah, the one right before the hospital.
Yeah.
Fuck that whole sequence.
Can't
even. Nope. Anyways.
That being said, that gameplay, violence, soundtrack.
It was like a dark action movie.
Yeah,
the
it
entire thing.
It really was. It had a fucking phenomenal soundtrack, though.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Sucks that it wasn't actually made for the game, but
even still, like
yeah. Good.
whoever
Some of it was.
Yeah.
curated that,
But I mean,
that beautiful collection of music did a fucking great job.
if someone were to offer me that as their mixtape of love to me, I would do them. Please be a lady, because I don't want to. Hotline Miami was good. No, Hotline Miami, I think, is definitely up there for me this year. It was.
It's a contender.
It's hard to believe that we played a fucking top-down shooter that looked like Grand Theft Auto, that when you die or something fucked up would happen, you literally not just be like, oh, I fucking died. You'd be like, oh, look at my fucking brains all over the wall. Oh,
I
my
know.
God. Like, it would just.
All right, let's go again.
Yeah, like, oh, all right, click. Let's fucking. Oh, my fucking face got slashed open.
That game was also. You could play that like a puzzle game, just like meticulously figuring out the patterns and everything. And just like calmly just clicking on things.
I watched my buddy play that, and he went in, like, would stab the first dude, go to a window, like, crawl on the outside unspotted, get to, like, the up, like, kill people off in the most, like, fucked up, stealthy ways. I was like, whoa, man. I didn't even know you could open windows. Like,
I didn't know you could open windows until you said that right now.
Really? Yeah, you could, like, if you're on, like, the second floor, I don't know if probably not on the first floor, but on the second floor, you could, like, open them and, like, go along the outside. Like, you did in the hospital level?
Yeah.
You could just do that if you right-clicked on a goddamn window.
Wow.
Seriously.
Did not know that. I don't know if it's all of them. He was doing it. I was like, I'm still going to go ahead and shoot everybody. But yeah, no, that game was cool.
I like how that's your reaction is like, oh, that's really cool. All right, now time to go murder everyone.
Well, Dan saw me playing. It was like, kick a door open, shoot people. That guy's not dead yet. Doesn't matter. I'm waiting for him to stand up. Think he's all good. Show his face off. Just go in and wait. Oh, this guy's got a knife. Fuck it. Got a shotgun in his brains. Like, it doesn't...
Do you ever find yourself, like, playing level being like, I'm only going to use this one weapon for the whole level?
No. Me was like, yo, these guys have to die really good.
I would, like, I find myself being like, yo, I found a katana. All right. I'm going to use a katana for the whole level.
No. Probably should have done it that way. Melee only. Katana. Slice.
Which is really cool.
Fuck dogs.
Oh, yeah.
They just glitch through doors and shit. Like, whoa! Okay. Well, that dog.
The worst
One of my
is-
most commonly used masks was dogs don't attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine's the faster run.
Yeah, I did that too.
It was, like, you get that and a knife, people are just fucked.
I used to use the fast like spacebar insta kill things, but then they took that mask out or they changed what it did.
They
Oh, yeah.
made it stronger punches, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. That game was cool. I'd say definitely wins something.
For sure.
Yeah. Next one, I don't know if Devin played this one, but McPixel.
I did play McPixel.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
McPixel.
Also on the iPad. Also, we have a dry run.
Also, yeah.
Never did a dry run of Hotline Miami.
No, we didn't. No, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I thought that was just us playing it.
No, we remember we made it and then we stopped it. And we're like, yeah, we gotta fucking play one more after.
Oh,
this.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
McPixel was really sweet. Never 100%ed it. From what I'm told, and I'm told fucking constantly, is that when you 100% that game, there is a cutscene or something that is amazing that I still have not watched.
Really?
But that game is another point-and-click kind of adventure. Figure out how to not blow up bombs, type of hilarious type of thing.
And the ways that they do it are just so dumb.
Yeah, which is awesome. So like, no, there's no way I have to. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Okay, you got me there. That was good.
It's a puzzle game, and it's almost like there's no pressure in, like...
Doing it.
Because
Yeah.
it just keeps circling around to the levels you haven't completed until you figure them all out.
The only pressure that builds is
So-
when you have to get 3 in a row awesome to get like that bonus level.
Oh, yes.
And you're on that like, I need one more. No, that's not, the bomb's right. But what if no? Like, that's it.
But it is totally possible to play that game calmly.
Oh yeah.
And not...
And still have a fucking great time.
Yep.
But I hate that for 100%ing it, you got to find all the gags in each level, and that it's tough. Can be tough. But that's a fun game. Worth checking out. How much was it on iPad, by the way?
$2.99.
Yeah.
I'd say it's worth it. To have it like a random fun time.
It's identical to the PC version as well, because the PC version only uses clicks.
Yeah.
So
you
taps.
don't
You know,
lose anything.
yeah.
All right. Next is a game that you guys only saw a little bit of. However, I can say that it gets way better. Lucius
Yes.
was a Steam game that, a game that came out on Steam at least. I'm pretty sure there's no boxed version of this, at least in America. Or
Who
in Canada.
developed it?
That's my answer. I'm not sure. I can try and find out. But no, yeah, it came out in like the beginning of October, I want to say, or end of October maybe, and
For Halloween.
for Halloween, and yeah, I think it's $30. You play as a demon child murdering off people in a mansion. Most of them your family members.
Yeah.
And what is
Yeah.
it like?
It's Uncle Tom. All right, good. Who's
Hitman
next?
as a kid?
It's him and as a kid. He even has like some of the same animations. I'd say like his idle like just walking slowly animation has the same like shoulder hunches as
Yep.
fucking Agent 47. which is
It's
awesome.
weird.
But yeah, okay, it was made by Shiver Games.
Shiver.
Yeah, that game, I mean this in no disrespect to the game, is the dumbest semi like half broken sometimes game, but because of that it is so charming and so much goddamn fun. And there's just a full-on fucking penetration scene. And just straight up vag in the middle of that game.
Really?
What the fuck?
And I don't mean that's why it's good. I just mean that I was playing this and I'm just like casting it, and I just walk in the room like, you guys, okay, there was titties. He was going in there. Okay, no, I have to leave. No, it was
Stopping the cast.
just
Bye.
I'm banned. No,
Shit.
the game is so much. It's so dumb, so fun, and one of the unlockables is roaming the house on like a little like tricycle thing. So you'd be like, what is that, Bobby's World?
I don't know.
That little child, it was like an old school cartoon. Bob, it was this little tricycle thing. You just roll around his house. Anyways, you could do that and just murder people. It was fucking great. Fantastic game.
However, only 4 hours long. for $30.
Well, yeah, it was 4 or 5 hours long. Yeah, 4 hours long if you knew exactly what you're doing, I'd say. But for $30.
No replayability on that one.
There's a horde mode where you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Boil.
Is that not?
There's a horde mode. You kill things.
That
priest.
is awesome.
End of story. It was very broken, but once again, I've never laughed so hard at some random ass fucking addition to a game. Yeah.
That game's so fucking.
Yeah.
That is a game to play with friends,
Yeah, for sure.
not on your own. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think.
Unless you could laugh to yourself about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, Chivalry. Medieval Warfare.
Agatha, medieval Agatha.
Agatha.
This has been an awesome Unreal Engine multiplayer slashy stabby kind of game.
Didn't play it.
Didn't play it, Devin. I know you saw it.
I played a bit with you.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's
dumb.
It's dumb, and I can only say it gets dumber in a good kind of way with buddies. To the point where I've enjoyed this game much more. Not because the game is really clunky and fucked up, but it's fun. Especially when you play with friends, it gets even better.
Okay.
Especially if your friends do things that aren't necessarily because the game is good, but just because it sounds funny with the broken style of the game, like yelling shit into a microphone, because the microphones in that game are like area specific. So if someone's yelling and they're running at you, it's getting louder. So you could, for example, let's say yell things into the microphone or play sound clips into your mic while you're yelling towards people, or running towards people, and it just makes the game way better. Really fun, kind of clunky, but fun as shit. I don't know. I don't know if it deserves to win anything, but it was that good go-to multiplayer game to have a good night with some of your buddies. I would say probably one of my favorite, because it was just mindless. It was not like, yo, let's go play some Call of Duty and fucking own some fools. It's like, yo, let's play some medieval warfare and just fucking
run
stab
around.
guys. Let's just have some fun. And you'd have a good time. And you'd laugh at the retarded deaths. It kind of had that same Miami Hotline Miami thing where you get like an arrow to the neck and you just be like, holy fuck, that was crazy. Okay, let's keep going. So it was, or your face would just rip off, or you'd like get attacked and you fall over and your arm's just laying in front of you, not attached to you, and you're like, okay, well, I got fucked up. It's good times, that game.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah. I don't think it deserves maybe like a win, but it was definitely a fun game to play this year. And the last one is a bit of a indie-ish kind of game. I don't know if you guys played it. I know, Dan, you wanted to get it, but Tiny and Big Grandpa's Leftovers. Did you play it at all, any of you?
No, I didn't play it.
Did you pick it up, Dan?
I don't remember. I
Damn
bought
it.
so many things on Steam.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
that
remember
I
going
have
on sale
no
again.
idea if. No idea.
This game is a third-person adventure puzzler, where anything in the world, or pretty much anything in the world, if you could draw a line across it, it would cut that object exactly where you cut it. And then you could like grapple it and pull it around and then like cut it into smaller pieces. But it was really cool to just go through a world where you could pretty much do whatever the fuck you wanted with it. And just cut and slice and grab and thruster things into the space and slice it. And it was neat. It was one of the more charming little indie games. I don't know. The only way I could compare it to is like, you know how Braid and all that stuff came out like in Bastion last year, which was like an adventure thing that's just fun to kind of go through.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that one fun little like, okay, I want to go through this short game. This is awesome.
Nice.
It's the best way you can explain it. I don't know if it deserves to win anything. It was definitely cool. The soundtrack was actually fucking awesome in that game. But yeah, I want to mention it.
That's cool.
you
Okay,
guys had to pick a
so,
winner?
so what
Walking Dead?
contenders do we have here?
Walking Dead,
We have Walking Dead, Cook
Hotline-
Serve Delicious,
Hotline
Hotline
Miami.
Miami.
and FTL Faster
One more
Than
time,
Light.
Devin.
Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami. Hot time with Mammy. Oh, I feel grossed out now.
And FTL Faster Than Light.
Okay.
Those four.
Well, my winner's Hotline Miami. That's what I'm picking.
I think Hotline Miami would be a winner. Yeah.
Hotline.
I really like FTL.
You're not getting my vote on that one.
That one's a runner-up. It's a runner-up for me.
Hotline Miami was also really good.
Yeah.
What do you think? Hotline Miami, then FTL and Cook Serve.
Oh, you jerks. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight.
I agree with that, Dan.
No, Kickserve was really good.
This is why we're going to have our personal lists now, so
Yeah.
that the games can get recognition from each of us.
Walking Dead,
that we
you
want.
guys, everybody fucking listening, go play that. God damn it. Let's go. I don't care what.
I think Walking Dead has won its own award for being the most talked about game during this podcast.
Jesus, thank you. Yes.
Okay, so
Don't stop.
Hotline Miami, best downloadable PC game of the year.
Sure. So somebody want to type that on the document? Also, for the one above, no one typed in the. Just saying.
My award I just made up.
No, the downloadable PS3.
Yeah. The bolded.
Oh, we don't want to write runner up on them.
No, you only need to write the winner.
Okay. All right. So what's the winner for this one?
Hotline
Hotline
Miami. And then runners up are FTL Faster Than Light and Cook Serve Delicious.
So do you want to write winner next to?
Winner,
Okay,
chicken dinner.
I got it.
I'll bold it. All right. So next thingy is best mobile game.
Yes.
Okay, wait. We got to keep. We can't just skip ahead here.
Are you trying to?
We have to bold the runners up.
We can talk and
Don't
bold
you dare
at the same
touch
time.
Fast and Light. We didn't do that one.
Yes, we did.
No.
Let's runner up.
What?
Are you not listening?
I thought it was Quick Serve Delicious and fucking. Oh wait, whoa, hold on.
Quick Serve Delicious and Faster Than Light.
Really? Fast and Light won?
Yeah, buddy.
Runner up.
You guys.
Hotline Miami won.
No, I know. You guys just fucking suck.
What do you?
If we wouldn't have done that fucking let's play one gave FTL the ability to win.
You jerks.
I still would have had it up there.
Yeah.
I played that game a ton before we started Let's Playing that.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much.
I told you FTL wins its own award for being the most talked about game.
Yep.
Wait, you said Walking Dead, not FTL.
Yes, sorry, Walking Dead wins that.
Don't take Walking Dead away. God damn it. All right, so best mobile game. We've got Kingdom Rush, Hero Academy,
I think because these are on so many different platforms, we should name what each of them are on.
Plague Inc.
Kingdom Rush on iOS, Hero Academy on iOS,
Plague Inc.
Plague Inc. on iOS,
Magic 2013,
on iOS,
Kid Icarus Uprising,
on the 3DS,
Resident Evil Revelations,
on the 3DS,
Pokemon Black 2 and White 2,
on the DS,
Angry Birds Star Wars,
on iOS and Android,
Isn't Angry Birds Star Wars?
on 3DS,
Gravity Rush,
on the PlayStation Vita,
Persona 4 Golden,
on the PlayStation Vita.
Kingdom Rush, everybody.
So
Fuck that game.
why?
It's out.
What? I don't think I've heard about this experience that you've had that makes you hate that game now.
I don't like how it was a puzzle tower defense game where you had to figure out the proper way to go through it, not the
really?
way you want to do it.
Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
guess that's fair. There's only certain ways to complete those levels.
Yeah, that's what
And
when I
some
started
and
figuring
some
out-
of them are like, yo, you have to have played this level and failed a couple times to realize
Yeah.
that it's always magic magic weak people that walk on this side
Yeah.
of the lane. So
Yeah, because I've played games like Pixel Junk Monsters and any sort of other random like Defense Inc. or would defend whatever.
yeah,
And it's really cool to be able to mess around and be like, well, this time I'm gonna do it with machine guns only, and then like a slow tower instead of like missile stuff. And then this one was if you tried to get away from the way that they wanted you to do it, it would just be like you fucked up like so bad. You just everything.
yeah. This wave, like 10 people got by.
Yeah,
that's
like,
it. You're done.
You
Yeah.
should have upgraded that one tower instead of trying to do your crazy shit. Like, stop doing that, please. So, it loses it, for my opinion.
Still a pretty decent game, but
It started off so good because you could do whatever you want until it got to the harder levels where it was like, you better learn your shit, buddy.
yeah, you better have already learned your shit.
Yeah.
But
So-
for being 99 cents on the iPhone and $2.99 on the iPad,
Not bad.
it's pretty good.
Gets a pass from Riccio.
Probably a pass for me too. There are better games on this list.
Mhm.
Hero fucking Academy.
Thus falls into the Counter-Strike hole of having additions to it because it's multiplayer only and thus making the game unplayable for
Yeah.
some people.
Ouch. Okay.
Hey, I still play it.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing. Devin stopped too.
I never really played
Yeah.
it. to begin
Fine,
with.
it gets a pass, but I'm going to put it on my personal list.
Hero Academy was pretty cool.
You
though.
motherfuckers.
I wanted before the TF2 team came out, and you saw the rage I unleashed when it did. It was a really, really cool game. It was definitely really awesome. But yeah, it's definitely a pass. It's cool. Isn't it friggin' free still? Like for the
Yes,
first team? Okay,
yes.
so totally awesome.
It's also on Steam, so I don't know how this fits into mobile game.
You could put Steam on your netbook and take it out of your house.
Mobile. Mobile.
You could throw it. You could throw your PC while running the game. Put wheels on it. Don't give a shit. No, Plague Inc. iOS and Android, I believe.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's not. They keep patching that game to have more stuff in it, and I will go back to it at some point.
Yeah,
but
I went
I'm
back
not playing it right now.
I went back to it ever since they added widescreen support for the iPhone 5, and it does give you more like space to pick or touch the little stupid things like the bubbles.
Oh yeah.
But that game still makes me feel fucking terrible. So you're like, I just killed everyone.
Oh god, why don't we keep
It's
killing
in
people?
another category that we'll get to eventually, and
Yeah.
you'll see that's interesting.
Yeah,
But-
Plague Inc. was cool. I think it's still like 99 cents or something. So
Yep.
yeah,
And it's
Yeah, something
universal,
like that.
yeah.
so iPad and iPhone.
Magic 2013.
That's iPad only. It's real good, and it's equivalent to the console games. The only thing it's lacking is more than 2-player multiplayer, because in the console versions or the PC versions you can do 4-player.
Was it
I know
online?
it's not going to win, but I just want to recognize and give a shout out to anyone else that plays Magic that you should probably get this game, because it will satisfy your fix for playing Magic on the go very well.
Does it have online multiplayer?
Yep.
Okay,
Just it's 1v1 though. You
That's
can't do
fine,
any more
yeah.
than that.
it's fine.
And then they have released an expansion to it and 2 deck packs, which is the same DLC that's come out on console and PC,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
and it's real good for a Magic game.
cool. I'm gonna give it a pass because I'm not a huge card battle league kind of game.
Yeah,
guy.
it's real good, and I put a lot of time into it, which
Nice.
I probably wouldn't have done if it was not mobile.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Not something you'd sit down and.
yeah, exactly. Because I've completed more of this game than the past 2 Magic games, just by the virtue of it being mobile and with me wherever
Oh, okay.
I am.
Just to give you my knowledge of Magic 2013, I'm gonna say touchdown. You set off my trap card.
That's not.
I'm just messing.
I guess it gets a pass.
No, I'm just messing. Yeah, no, I know it's a cool game. I know I tried to get into the old Magic on the 360. But
I think there's a big issue with the rules we've set out in this category, because we've all played different mobile platforms this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. But I think this is just like a mentioning kind of title.
Yeah, this is more of a mentioner.
Which brings me to the next one, which I don't even know. I can't really mention much on it. But Kid Icarus Uprising was a 3DS game. I should mention that anything portable I do not play for a long time at all.
Oh, really?
Kid Icarus Uprising I picked up. Definitely an awesome game. Had a really cool storyline that I didn't fully finish, but I got really far into it. Characters and voice acting were totally like Saturday morning cartoon, like really stupid, but kind of like I'm still gonna keep listening. This is good. But
Yeah, I played like an hour of that when I
Yeah.
was over here one time.
the 3D was awesome. It felt really cool. It was kind of crazy to think that game had to ship with a stand to be able to play it and shoot and move and all that stuff at the same time.
And what
Oh.
do you use that stand for now?
An iPhone.
Yep.
For when we do podcast, you guys use it. Other than that, I've actually messed around and had it just in front of me while I was playing like Paper Mario Sticker Star. I just like really lazily played that game. But anyway, no, it's a really cool game. This game also had multiplayer, which I played and was really fun. You could level up in really cool ways and level up your items in really cool ways and craft and do all this really cool stuff. So that was neat. But yeah, it had a lot of content in it. I want to say it was a really cool game for what I played, but portable games don't stick with me for a long time. Not for often. Wow, that's totally good English. I'm gonna give it a pass, but it was really cool. The next one though, well, you guys, I know Dan, you played Kid Icarus, but Devin, don't think you
No, I haven't played
played
it.
it really. Okay. Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS. I would say would almost have to be one of my winners or something for this, because like I just said for my last one, is I don't normally play portable games. I didn't finish Revelations though. But I got
pretty close,
I got
didn't you?
to like the last 30 minutes of that before I stopped. Not because it sucked, it's just because I put it down and then something else probably came out for consoles. And
It's so funny that you finished that and was like, oh man, this game's really good.
it felt really awesome. It felt like the old school Resident Evil games where MO and stuff was always totally not enough. And that felt really cool that way. It was weird that there wasn't really zombies. It was like these water creatures that were all fucked up. Had some really cool twists that kind of made you want to keep playing to figure out what exactly was going on. And it didn't really have anything to do with the older games, other than I think a few times it was like, I'm Chris and I was in Raccoon City. And you're like, whoa, I know that. I know him. But the multiplayer was really cool. It was I forget the name of it, but you would go into levels. It was raid mode, sorry. And I think it was either 2-player. I think it was 2-player. And you went in, and it was pretty much like doing like a mini dungeon in like an RPG game. Things would have like health bars, and you'd go in there and you'd shoot at things to like slowly whittle down the health bars and get to boss battles and get cool loot, and then get guns that you'd equip that you'd upgrade and get loot. And it was just
Cool.
like,
That sounds crazy for
I
a
know.
Resident Evil thing.
the weird thing is you don't unlock that until you beat 5 chapters of the game, and then the next 5 chapters you beat, and you get more levels for it, and it was like really weirdly unlocked. But when I played it, I was like, yo, and you leveled up and you got experience points, and then like leveled up your character. It was fucking like, whoa, this is sick. And my favorite feature for this is when I stopped playing it for a few months, and I went back to it to play more of the single player, and it said previously on Resident Evil Revelations, and I was like, oh shit. And it played like a good minute-long cutscene that literally showed me everything that I had forgotten about and got me way up to speed instantly. And I remember distinctly when I was playing it, because it does that no matter what whenever you start up to a new chapter. And you're like, this is kind of dumb. Like, I just fucking did this. Like, why are you telling me? I'll skip this. But now playing that game and going back to it, that is the perfect thing to have in a game, especially a portable game. Or actually any game, but that was awesome. I thought that was really sweet. I think I'd give that something good, because the game felt good. You didn't even need the Circle Pad Pro. Fuck anybody who's
I think,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think the way that the old Resident Evil, like the Resident Evil 4 way, which is, I'm assuming that's how that controls.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so that was designed for one stick use.
Yeah, yes,
anyways.
Yeah.
I think the way we're going to have to award this category is we each pick one and then
Yeah.
they become equal winners in this category, because there's no way that we can...
Well, Dan, I know what you're picking.
I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Alright.
there's 3 on this list that I want.
All right, then Dan, you can take away the next one, Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. I did not play this. Devin, I don't think you did.
I'm giving that a
Actually,
pass because
I
I
did play it.
couldn't get into it enough to continue playing more Pokemon. It's still sitting in my DS, and I will play it at some point. But
No, fair enough.
eh.
Fair enough. I think my winner is probably Plague Inc., considering I sat down and like binged on that for 5 weeks.
Jeez.
Well,
That's more than we played of it.
I feel
I
like
unlocked everything.
I feel like you had a dark time where you're just like, I just want to kill the fucking world over and over and over. Just murder everybody.
I named one Riccio.
Yeah, I remember that. I was there for that. No, that was Dan. You did that. Never mind.
Yeah. I named one Dan, and I started that one in Italy,
Oh, God.
and it just wrecked everything. I think Riccio I started in
Give it the boot.
like Australia or something like that.
That's cool. I like Australians.
Yeah.
Dan, do you want to mention Angry Birds Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Throw birds?
Yep.
What the fuck was different about that one? Was there lasers or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
Luke had a power where he would swing a lightsaber when you tapped on the screen after throwing him and kill stuff in front of him.
That's pretty cool.
Obi-Wan had a force push, and Han Solo had a blaster that he would shoot.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess that's I.
It's on there because I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Really.
Paper Mario Sticker Star I played. If you like the old school Paper Mario games, it went back to a lot of that except for the RPG elements, which is what I missed. And other than that, the story was really cool. The music was really sweet. I didn't finish it. Obviously, portable game. Don't play all of it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for a portable game developer out there. Yeah, it was awesome. It was better than I thought it would be. I don't think it deserves really to win anything because I feel like Paper Mario games, what was cool is the fact that it was almost like Super Mario RPG and stuff where you'd level up and then have that kind of sense of getting slowly better. This game still does it, but in a kind of crappier fashion. So it gets a pass from me.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
No.
It's good, though. It's really good. It's just not Paper Mario-y enough for me.
No, fair enough.
Gravity Rush, Dan?
Man, that gameplay was real good in that game. I kind of almost don't care about the story. I'm playing the story stuff because there's not a whole lot of side stuff to do. You kind of do it, and then you're like, all right, well, this is done. Let's go do more story stuff, and that's where all the fights are.
Okay.
Yeah, there's fighting in that game. I don't know if you played enough of it to get that far.
Yeah, I got to the swipe to dodge and the beat the shit stuff. Whenever that happened, I was like, oh, this game has some pretty cool
But did you get,
elements.
like, the gravity kick?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
However, that also brings up something that I kind of hated about what I played of that game is that when you're trying to line up gravity kicks or the changing of the gravity, it uses the accelerometer in the Vita as well as the...
Yeah, and I'm not sure if there's a
watch
way to turn one or the other off.
So you're kind of stuck in this sort of... I'm trying to aim at something really close, and then my hands are shaking, and it's crazy, and yeah.
But yeah, the like sense of speed you get once you get like you can unlock a power upgrade for your just like basic movement that like you
level
fall
up, or is it,
super
like...
faster. Oh yeah, there's there's level trees and stuff
wow.
that you unlock by collecting gems and stuff from the creatures, and
pretty
they're
cool.
around the world, and so it almost gives me my like portable Assassin's Creed fix, even though there is a portable Assassin's Creed on the Vita.
Yeah, I realized you didn't put that on this.
No.
Okay. No.
That is a portable Assassin's Creed game, and it's pretty good, but I wish I had played more of Gravity Rush before I had spent the $30 on that game.
When I said no, I just totally pictured like the BioShock. No, said the man on the couch. You do not deserve to have. I don't know what the hell, dude.
Oh,
Sweat
man.
from your brow. I don't know.
Does a man not deserve to keep the sweat from his brow?
Yeah, Gravity Rush you got for free on PlayStation Plus, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Real good. But it has that like climbing all over buildings and stuff fix and collecting items and just like and it's not like Assassin's Creed where you kind of have to like, okay, so I want to get somewhere fast, so I have to go across these rooftops and like figure out ways to climb on them or run through the streets, which isn't all that exciting because you can just like fly up into the air just above the height of the buildings and then just like turn the gravity 90 degrees and just fall sideways to get across the city real fast.
It's pretty cool. Actually,
It definitely felt
I played
nice.
a little bit of it and
I felt like it was
got a taste, and it was pretty neat.
the acting of the characters was cheesy as fuck, but it was like an enjoyable. Like, really? Okay. All right.
It does that weird like kind of no language,
Yeah.
just kind of random speaking during subtitled parts too.
I felt like the animations on the girl looked really fucking wonky at the start, though. Like she just did not.
Well,
understand
for the
how to
rest
walk
of
in
the
high
game,
heels.
for the west of the
For the west of the game?
west of the game,
Huh? When you go east.
yeah. for the rest of the game, you never are that like in close to the character.
Yeah,
'cause
I noticed
the
that.
camera pulls back and you kind of can move it around. So
Like, but wherever I got to, it was already like, all right, you're barely like you're jumping, you're going fucking flying everywhere. You're not really paying attention.
the thing that makes me laugh while I play that game is that she is not flying. She is switching gravity and fucking falling.
Yeah, she's like flailing. Oh god, okay, I landed. We're good.
Yeah. And that's pretty great. It's my first experience like getting out into the world and like the free roam part of that game was I just started flying around through the air, but up until that point you never really get into a situation where your gravity meter runs out
Okay.
and you can't manipulate gravity anymore. It comes back after about I want to say 10 seconds of no usage.
Okay.
Yeah, about that.
So I was just flying through the air, and I ran out, and then gravity reverts to normal when that happens.
Oh.
So I was just like falling, and I started falling below the city, but there was just this like epic music playing, and just like right at the last second, I got the gravity meter back and just like stopped and went back up in the air. It was real cool.
Nice.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. So
That game
more
seemed to
people
be-
should play that game, but I haven't finished enough of it or gone through. The story's like whatever at this
Yeah.
point, so I don't think it's mobile game of the year, but it's definitely
honorable mention.
good gameplay in there. So
The next game, shit. We don't have to talk about it, but
shut the fuck up.
Persona 4 Golden for the PS Vita. Dan, take it away.
This is like 35 hours in that game now. That's
Is it 35 hours you want back?
nope.
Mobile game of the year.
Well, the way we're picking this category, I think I'm picking Persona 4 Golden as
Yeah.
my mobile game of the year.
I'm gonna pick Resident Evil Revelations.
And
So-
Devin already picked Plague Inc.
So
Yes.
boom, boom, le boom. All right, so the next category is best dilk of the. Oh, sorry, that's pronounced DLC. Sorry, did I?
That's Dilk.
Sorry, I thought we were. Yeah, best DLK. See, DLs dilk.
Dilk.
Sorry, Anyways, Binding of Isaac: Wrath of Lamb DLC. Devin, take it away.
Yeah, that's.
Oh wait, do we name them all first?
Yeah, well,
Wait.
I'll name them off. We've got Binding of Isaac: Wrath of Lamb.
Yep.
Azura's Wrath, all episodes. Anarchy Reigns, Bayonetta. Resident Evil.
Bayonetta costume? Was it
Yeah.
a costume or was it a character?
It's a full character.
full character. Okay.
Resident Evil Raccoon City Spec Ops bundle.
I want to pull on before we say that. Did anybody fucking actually play it? I know I was supposed to, but
The
I
Spec
didn't.
Ops bundle?
I didn't buy it.
I only played the first episode.
Damn it. Okay, me too.
So that doesn't win anything.
Borderlands 2, all the DLC. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 drops.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 4 Spartan Ops. And Prepare to Die, Dark Souls DLC.
Cool.
Yeah, I already know my winner.
Well, you want to talk about Binding of Isaac: Wrath of Lamb? What do you think it added, and what was awesome about it?
It added
I
a
think
lot
this
of
is a similar category to the last one where we each pick one.
It added a lot of really crazy stuff to it. It added some new new enemies. So it added spiders.
Fuck spiders, man.
It added
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
explosives. It added a whole bunch of like crazy stuff to it, as well as it added some other mechanics of if you have cobwebs on the floor, you like move over them and you slow down.
Yeah.
All this really, I don't know, kind of interesting. It added a lot to the game and made it a little bit more dynamic, as well as it added a buttload of more items, which something obscene, like another 150 items or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Added new bosses. It added curses as well, which is
It's more like he starts swearing as you're fucking fuck. Oh man, I didn't know he had a voice.
No, but like what would happen would be like if you were to drop down into a dungeon, sometimes you might get cursed with like Curse of the Labyrinth, where the dungeon is huge, or you'll get Curse of Darkness, where you don't see anything else on the map. You only see the room you're in.
Huh.
So it added all these different really interesting and
Wait, was it every time you went down a level you get this, or like
No,
tiny
like, it's
chance
a
to get
random.
fucked over by one of these?
yeah, it's like random.
Oh wow.
But like, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. Like Curse of the Labyrinth, yeah, it's a huge dungeon, but you have 2 treasure rooms in it. So it's crazy stuff like that that really added a lot to it, which I don't know, maybe play like 200. I think I'm at like 279 hours or something like
Oh
that.
god. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's obscene. I really need to stop playing that game.
I think that game was really cool.
That's awesome.
I still need to play more of it. Every time I get into it, I'll have like a good run and feel really good, and then get pissed. And every time I play that, it's almost like I have to broadcast it, because I'll get into a room and get an item, and it'll like swap out with my like spacebar thing. I'll be like, guys, which one should I? Is this good? What is it? This kills me. This kills you sure? No, it doesn't. Okay, I'll use it, and if it fucking kills me, I'm like, yes, my insurance. I don't know. That game is really cool. I like it. I still can't believe that game was what, $2 when it fucking first came out. Just like Binding of
Yeah,
Isaac?
something. Yeah, I think
Or it's $5.
Binding of Isaac was $4.99.
$4.99, and then the DLC is $2, right?
Yeah, DLC is
Yeah.
like $2. So I think I've got my money's worth out of it.
You sure? 200 hours?
Oh, plus
You guys sent an hour?
200 plus hours. Like if I look at it right now, yeah, I'm 258. Sorry, I was 20 hours more than what I thought it was. 258 hours. Divide that by 6.
Okay, that's, I don't have a mathulator right here.
I will get out a Mathieu 258 divided by 6.
So you're saying that's a winner maybe for you, Devin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So per dollar, I had 43 hours per dollar I paid for that.
Imagine getting paid that much per
Hour.
No. Oh wait, no, that's not
It's not a lot of money.
That went backwards. I'm sorry. I meant to say, imagine if you got for every 200 or whatever hours you got paid, you're like $7 you got for this game. I think I'd cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so the next one, Azura's Wrath, the DLC of all the episodes they added. I think I'm the only one who really went through that one, and I want to say that these were really good. All the episodes that they added were some Street Fighter ones, which were really, really fucking cool, where you get into a fight with Akuma or Ryu, whatever, and it would literally put the Street Fighter HUD on screen. And
Really?
like, go, but you're like fighting in a 3D space, and it was fucking awesome.
That actually sounds hilarious.
But it also added some extra chapters in between to kind of bridge some stuff. What it bridged, I don't want to say it was unnecessary. If you missed it, it would just kind of happen. You're like, okay. But then if you went and watched it, you're like, oh, okay, that's what happened. But if it's not something that if you missed it, like you go into another chapter and like his face is missing.
Really?
Like it's not anything crazy. But then they added one of the episodes was legit like the actual ending to the game. Because if you perfected every chapter, it would end in a cliffhanger that you're like, yo, what the fuck? Then you have to pay like $5 or $10 or whatever to see what the ending is. But that kind of sucked that they did it that way. However, those episodes were made so fucking awesomely. They were in completely different areas using like, I know it sounds really stupid to say, the graphics and like, what's the word? The like stuff that wasn't actually in the game. Like entirely new environments, music, characters, locations that looked fucking awesome. It was expensive to try and buy all those DLCs, but in the end, I think it was like really worth it to play through all that. Azura's Wrath was such a fantastic game. But I'm gonna give it a pass because it was really expensive and it kind of sucks that they didn't put the ending in the game. But
Yeah,
it was really
which is
fucking cool.
I find that to be a really weird design choice of not putting the actual.
It's because the way it ends makes sense. But it keeps telling you like you get the real ending if you beat everything in this game, and when you beat it, then they'll do the cliffhanger. So
Okay.
to a regular person, you get to the end and you're like, this makes sense. Okay, I'm happy with where this is.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you were to 100% it, you'd be like, whoa, hold the phone. That person's not supposed to be here, and then it's just crazy.
Cool.
So, yeah. Dan, you want to talk for the next one? Anarchy Reigns Bayonetta costume, or I keep saying costume character?
It's
Blah.
it's cool. It adds Bayonetta, like with all her abilities, fully playable into Anarchy Reigns,
Nice.
which is like a third-person fighting game that's not out yet. We have a Let's Play on YouTube.
And a dry run, I think, right? No, just a let's play.
Of the dry run of the demo.
Oh, that's what we
Oh, yes.
sorry.
The weird Japanese one that Dustin downloaded.
You are correct.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, and it's just like a crossover things are cool
Yeah.
kind of thing, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not best DLC.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City Spec Ops bundle. Dan and I have only played the first level of it, which was the free one that you don't have to pay for. It was cool. It was like as if how that game should have been, but wasn't.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And it sucks you had to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
However, from what I've heard, is those DLCs are literally fucking awesome. But I can't win anything because I don't think we kept it on this list because I think it was an incentive to go out and buy it and play it. But
Yeah.
we totally lacked and did not, which sucks.
Because Resident Evil Raccoon City is
Was
kind of garbage.
really shitty. But yeah, so that's gonna pass. All the Borderlands 2 DLC so far. We have whatever's booty.
Captain Scarlet and her pirate's booty.
Captain Scarlet.
I thought you were gonna say Shartlick. Anyway,
What the? Fuck?
I don't know, dude. Anyway,
And
your
Mr.
mind goes-
Torque's Campaign of Carnage.
I never played that one. Did you?
No,
I heard it had more Tiny Tina on it. But
I guess it wins.
no, yeah. Totally. But no, from what I've played of the Charlotte's, no, Charlotte. Yeah, what is it? What'd you say it was?
Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet's. I keep saying Charlotte now. I'm a fucking fan. Anyway, Captain Scarlet's booty, quest for booty, whatever. I don't know. I'm failing this really hardcore right now with these names. That was a really good DLC that would have been $10, right?
Yes.
And the DLC pass was like $30 or something.
Yes.
I want to say.
Or way less on Green Man.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I played that DLC. I still haven't actually finished it. I'm about 3 or 4 hours into it. So one, surprised at how awesome the length in that is. Surprised that the quality of the writing is really awesome. The quests are good. You get a new vehicle, which was awesome. I believe it adds an entire new like raid boss to the game. A new currency system that if you're playing on Vault Hunter mode and you go for the final boss, you get apparently currencies that you can spend to buy certain things that I don't even know about yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And yeah. And if they continue with doing stuff like that, which I'm guessing they did for the Campaign of Carnage that we didn't get to play, fucking awesome. That's yes, Borderlands. Yeah. That would win something for me because the DLCs for Borderlands 1 were kind of like one-off, kind of like Zombies Island was good, but it was like a straight going through something like whatever.
Yeah.
But
the weird Fallout kind of thing where it's just like, oh, we'll leave and go to this other world to do this stuff and then come back.
This one was
we
also
might get a couple of weapons.
Yeah, but this one was also like that, but in Scarlet's
it's like a whole other
zone.
Yeah.
And
And
you get a
you
vehicle,
could stay there and
do a shit ton of stuff.
yeah.
And there was teleporting things to different zones inside, and like the first game was the start of the zone, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool.
Didn't have any of the fast travel stuff.
So I'd give that one something, but I already have a winner I think on this list. Sorry. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 drops.
There's a lot of those.
There was a lot of those. I was really surprised at the quality that they were able to crank out those things, because a lot of the maps I went in and tried a lot of these back in August, which were, I think they were pretty much all out by then. I'm
Yeah, they
guessing.
were done by then.
And wow, like some of those maps were fucking awesome. There was one where it was a boardwalk that had like an exploded building and wind and like shit going around, and it's almost like every map that they added after almost felt like there was a story moment that had like just happened there before you got there. And it was really cool. And they all
There was
really
that tiny one with the tornado.
Yeah.
That was just, looked like it was getting closer the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I was really glad. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, like you guys did a really good job. And I don't know, that game made me happy every time I went back to it to see like new maps that were actually really cool. And yeah, I never played
And
most of the Spec Ops
like
stuff, but
drop idea of like 1 or 2 maps more
Yeah.
often than big map
Packs,
packs. Yeah, was like
we never got to
it
try.
makes you kind of want to like, oh, a couple more maps. Maybe I should go try this game again.
Yeah, we never got to try the new Spec Ops maps though.
No,
But from what I heard, they were really cool because they almost felt storyline as well. So
cool.
we did not do a lot of research on this DLC one. But anyway,
No, I don't even know. Like, I'm questioning whether
this is even worth it.
like Binding of Isaac should take it. I think at this rate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Binding of Isaac and Borderlands 2 for sure.
I'm thinking it's winner Binding of Isaac, runner up Borderlands 2, and the one on the bottom.
Yeah. I would take that. Though, literally, Call of Duty 3 surprised me, though. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, surprised me a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that is...
With all the different drops.
For
and such.
Activision to be like, yo, here's Call of Duty Elite, here's this crazy thing you have to pay a lot of money for, but then legitly deliver fucking awesome things every month? Good on them. They did...
Sometimes it's like multiple times per month.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
And
like, hey, here's this one map this week, then 2 maps like 2 weeks from
and then
now.
new game modes, and then like Spec Ops, here's the one map and like some multiple.
Yeah.
Whoa, holy shit, okay. But yeah, anyway, that was pretty cool. So the next one, Halo 4 Spartan Ops. Haven't got to play much of it. I think there are 5 episodes in now. Is that what it is?
Yep. Episode 6 coming soon. There are 5 missions per episode and a 20-minute CG animated cutscene, basically.
Now I want to know, Dan, did you watch all of them?
I've only watched the first 2.
Okay. I've watched the first one, and I haven't cared to go back and watch the other ones.
They're real good.
They are? Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one felt
There's
really
like
cheesy.
fighting and stuff in the second one, too.
Okay.
And
well,
like...
for me, I would say it would pass because the first one that I played, which was the first week it came out, already kind of felt like super cheesy. And then I tried to play the Spartan Ops, and it didn't feel that great.
Well, yeah, I think the reason that this doesn't win
Yeah.
anything is because
The actual missions.
while the episodes are real good and real cool,
Yeah.
the missions themselves are kind of garbage, and some of the later ones are on multiplayer maps.
Oh, really?
And yeah, like there's like 4 right now, 4 different missions that are on Valhalla.
Oh,
Really?
man, really?
Yeah. I haven't played them, but I was looking through it the other day, and I was like, this
That kind of sucks.
seems weird.
So I think it's a really cool idea, especially the fact that they have to produce actual huge CG scenes with it, because I think that does have something to do with
It's
the
nice
DLC.
that they're giving us like free missions
Yeah.
to play.
But in terms of
And that they've been sticking to it every week, and they're just taking like 2 weeks for Christmas off, and then they're
Yeah.
back to it in January.
that's awesome. That's actually really cool. But in terms of the whole
It's too
bundle
bad
of
the
it,
missions are kind of
Yeah.
bleh,
yeah.
you know?
So I want to go, but I do actually want it to end in the way that I'll go and watch all the episodes and be like, that was pretty cool. So I still have to watch.
I almost feel
Fort
like
Lebanon.
there's like, between the first and the second one anyways, there's like a single plot point that
Really?
you could go out and be like, yo, they found this thing. And then you are caught up to watch the next animated.
Okay.
thing.
Oh yeah, do you actually have to play the missions to understand what the hell's going on?
So far, that
That you've
the
seen?
5 missions could be summed up in they found this thing.
Okay. Well, all right then.
With a little bit more detail in that sentence.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to them. That's a pretty cool idea, especially because they have to actually produce a huge CG video thing before, with all the voice actors, and then record stuff during those missions. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool.
It's like a cool... It is a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep people playing
Yeah.
Halo. Plus, they still have challenges and stuff in there. They have Spartan's Ops
Yeah.
challenges. So that's cool.
And all the wet work things, like I don't know, not wet work, specializations. Those things are fucked. They just added via like free DLC,
Really?
10 new specializations to get you to higher levels and stuff. which I didn't know what the hell those things even were. But once I knew, like, what the
That's
fuck?
actually super crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah, once Jeff told us about it, or did you look it up?
No, Fike told me because he
Oh,
came
really?
over. He's like, "Yo, on Special Edition 3." I'm like, "Is that like Prestige?" He's like, "No, it's like a whole other armor with like ability things." I'm like, "Oh, what?" Like, and it's, oh, okay.
I think they changed the game up.
Yeah.
Depending on if you're a certain specialization or not.
I think some like jump
but
higher,
to,
some run
but to
faster.
get
stealth
into the
longer.
specializations, you have to max rank the basic one
Yeah,
first.
which is a fuck ton of hours.
Yeah.
And each one, once you go to the next one, you can't just switch to another one. You got to finish that one until you get to it. Just
Yeah.
Anyway, that was pretty cool. But anyways,
But if you don't have the limited edition or that free DLC, there's only 2 that you can pick.
Yep.
When you finish out the first Spartan.
But
rank
they're going to
level.
be free soon. It's just they're the ones that they pushed out. Like you guys got into it if you got limited edition now.
I did.
Okay.
If you played it before November 20th, you got it as an alpha kind of like test. Like okay, it's being pushed out to make sure they're okay or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're just coming out at
Yeah.
some point. Cool. So. Next on the list is my personal favorite, the Prepare to Die Dark Souls DLC, which I believe has another name on the 360. It's like Artosis, Shadow of Artosis, or not Artosis, the first one of the dudes you fight. It's anyways, it added an entire new zone to that game, which was not huger, sorry. Had some pretty big boss battles. Well, one of them. Anyways, it had some fucking crazy boss battles, cool looking areas, different monsters, hard as hell locations, new items, PvP arenas, and a really cool story payoff that I won't actually say. But if that story payoff you can actually miss if you don't do things correctly. But I managed to get it accidentally, and it pulls in a character from the original, not the original, but the non-DLC, and makes you fight alongside that character for the final boss fight. And it was just like, it was just like this really cool kind of, anyway. Yeah, that DLC, my only complaint with this DLC is to get into it, you had to get to a certain point in the single player, or the normal game. You had to get certain items and do certain things to make this person even appear. So I had to like Google and figure out how the hell to get into the DLC.
Oh, really?
And when you beat Dark Souls, like if you didn't know about the DLC and you went through it and you killed the final boss, it just flips you into New Game Plus. So you'd have to like restart the game to be able to get to that DLC.
Oh.
So that's kind of annoying, but when you actually got into there, the bosses and stuff you'd fight, the items you could find, and the stuff that would happen, totally so fucking awesome if you're a huge Dark Souls fan. I really enjoyed it. I got frustrated, but in a good way. It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. Makes me so excited for Dark Souls 2. So,
Cool.
that would legitly win it for me. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, man. Borderlands 2. like Dark Souls is really good, but Borderlands 2,
Takes it for you.
the story and the times that I've actually stopped and been like, that was fucking awesome. Like just funny shit and the characters, especially one creepy guy from the Scarlet one. Like it's, yeah, I'd have to give mine to Borderlands 2.
Cool.
I'd give mine to Borderlands 2 as well, though.
And Devin hated Borderlands 2.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't fucking play it.
Uh,
It fell to the wayside, and I feel really bad for having it fall to the wayside, but
well, I think we'll be able to have that talk with when we get to another one of our categories. It's mainly Borderlands 2.
yeah, I don't know.
But okay, well, do we want to give Borderlands 2 as the main best DLC, and then second it with Binding of Isaac as a runner-up, and
Prepare to Die.
Prepare to Die, I guess? Yeah.
Sure.
All right, let's do that. So do you guys want to keep going? Do you guys want to take a break?
Let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Stretch your legs.
Stretch your legs.
All right, everybody. Enjoy.
Is this possibly an entire day break for the
Yes.
people listening?
Yeah, this is where we can end it for one day. You guys check back for next part or something soon. We still have a lot more categories to go through.
Yes, indeed.
Let us know in the comments below if you're on YouTube, if you enjoyed this. If you're on iTunes, wait like a day. Or they're already all out because you maybe just stumbled upon this. But yeah, there'll be multiple more parts. We'll figure it out. We don't know how many. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a bit.